say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still till it's all with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, you're loud. Oh, too loud? You're loud. You're loud. How about this? Is this better? Yeah, that's sexier. Oh, it's a quiet storm. That's better, dude. Yeah. Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. It is a parade weekend, everybody. No Leroy today. He's already getting celebratory for the Panthers, for the Panthers and their parades. So no Leroy today. It is I, it is Frog Boy, and JFig at around 12:30. You know, so we will have some fun today on the show. We will later on this hour. We will bring you an interview with a friend of the show. I think we can say at this point, you know, he's a friend of the show. He likes to talk trash with us. Mm-hmm. I told you guys yesterday that we had a surprise possibly in the show. Could be something, could be nothing.
Yes.
Well, it just time ran out, and so we didn't have time to do it during the show. But man still showed up for us. We did an episode. Interview shirts will be on later on this hour. Bam Adebayo on the program. We will talk many things with Bam. Now, parameters of the Heat, they said, hey, you can't talk contract yet. He hasn't signed it officially. That's okay. Look, we know. Hey, Bam, how does it feel to have 100 more bajillion dollars?
Feels good.
Feels good. But we get into a lot of good stuff with Bam, especially with, his career, the Heat drafting Khalil Ware, and but it was done also before them taking my new favorite player, Swedish Swish. Pelle Larsson.
Damn, you're quick on this.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you're quick on
Listen,
this.
I don't know how good this guy's going to be. Anyway, so Bam later on this hour. You guys will enjoy it. Promise. He was great. And did he give Leroy the business?
He did. I was wondering because you say friend of the show, and he is a friend of the show, but he's also an enemy of Leroy when it comes to dominoes.
Oh, dude. This is getting, I mean, it really is. Like, I honestly feel like this is going to become a bloodbath with how much the parameters have gone up with this. So.
I'm telling you, media day, if we don't show up with dominoes, it's a disservice to the community.
Yeah. So we'll get to Bam later on this hour. But yes, the Heat, they've wrapped up their draft. They took Pelle Larsson from Arizona with their 44th pick, excuse me. It was kind of confusing yesterday. I'm not going to lie, Marcos. I spent yesterday talking so much. I needed to shut the hell up for a minute. Yeah. So, I needed to decompress from the draft just because I had been talking. Basically, this is what happened. I did the draft show the night before, came home pretty hyped up, didn't fall asleep till 2 a.m.
Don't forget your show before that. You do the show,
draft
show.
I had done the show. I had gone down and I did a couple of interviews between the show. Then I did that draft show. Couldn't fall asleep till 2 a.m. Woke up, basically almost overslept the show, which I have not done that in a long time. And so woke right up, started talking with us. Then we had to wait for the Bam interview, which he was great, but I'm still just yammering. So basically, Leroy and I just did a show for almost 40 minutes after the show, which is it's basically just doing the show. We're just ripping each other, but nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that show. And then after that, I had to do some UFC interviews for Tapped Out.
God.
And those were weird. because
they?
we talked to Brian Ortega,
Oh,
myself and Sean Levine from Tapped Out.
all right.
I don't think he wanted to do the interview, but then but you want to know what the best part of that was?
Yeah.
In the middle of it, we got him.
Oh,
I got him.
Now,
Because
do you remember the question?
Yeah, I know exactly what it was because he randomly mentioned his pet tortoise and animals, me fighting, like that's right in there. So
Yes.
we dove into that, and he told an incredible story of how he had gotten the pet tortoise, and then I was explaining, but he had said that the pet tortoise, he didn't tell his wife that he got this pet tortoise. It's a big tortoise. It's like a Galapagos tortoise.
A tortoise is not a turtle, dude. It's not like a little baby. Those are big.
Yeah. So, anywho, apparently the tortoise pooped all over the back of his car. He got this tortoise without permission, and I was like, "Oh man, see if I did that, my wife would possibly divorce me because my son, he wants an axolotl, which is a salamander. This guy then is like, I got the hookup for that. I can get you that."
Whoa.
Now he lives in California. I don't know if this is ever going to happen.
Yeah.
But he seemed very intrigued to help me get my son a salamander lizard thing. So
man, that's I see here he was born in Cali as well. He doesn't know this, but he loves the Everglades. He needs to come over here. He needs to come. Based on what you're telling me, tortoise. He has salamander plugs. He needs to come to the Everglades.
So that being said, got done with the 2 interviews, and it was like, all right, I've been talking almost 24 hours straight. I need to shut the hell up. So I just watched the Heat draft. I didn't watch it on TV. I was just, my favorite place to do it, Twitter.
Oh, nice.
And I was very confused at the second because we're watching this and I'm like, oh, new Niko. We got another Niko.
Okay.
And I was like, cool. But then it was like, no, trade. Heat are trading him. I think he went to the Hawks. Sorry, non-Heat Niko. Peace.
It's okay. Dead to me.
I didn't even know there was another Nikola in the draft, but apparently there was another Nikola in the draft. We didn't draft him. They moved back a pick, and they got Pelle Larsson from Arizona. Intangibles.
Yeah, I'll say absolutely, but we usually do good with those intangibles.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, and I saw this thing that he put up. It was cool because he wasn't, I guess, at the second round of the draft. I didn't watch much of that coverage of the second. Like I said, I had my eye. I was like, well, this looks sad.
Yeah,
this looks sad. So it was cool because the Heat, he was at some restaurant with his family. And so like, they were like, we got to bring him his draft cap. And so like the Heat did this cool thing where they showed you them going to Pelle to go get his draft cap at this restaurant. And I'm very excited. I like it. Well, you want to know how I know this guy's going to be a good pick?
How do you know?
Okay, so here's how I know. This stud from Arizona, he got 6'6", sniper dude. Born in Sweden.
All right.
So I just took a little perusey-ruse on his Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't you know it, Marcos, wouldn't you know it, from a couple years back, I'm assuming this is international play. This is a tweet from, this doesn't even sound like a real guy, Bruce Pascoe, but he covers Arizona basketball.
All right.
And so I don't know if this was a warm-up game against Arizona. I don't know if this is international play, but it just said this was from July of 2022, nearly 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Goran Dragic says in post-game presser,
oh,
I like that young kid, number 9. I told him, I like how you play. Keep your head up.
Ooh,
as if it were divine. Goran Dragic, Miami Heat intervention. 2 years ago, Goran Dragic had said, hey, Pelle Larsson, I like your game, buddy.
Look at that.
So we now have Swedish Swish on our team. I love it. Second round pick. The boys done did it again, dude. They done did it again. Plus, we got this other guy, Keldon Johnson from Arizona. We got another guy from Arizona.
Wow.
So he gets to link up with his former teammate down here. He seems very excited. Let me just tell you something about him, dude. Wingspan.
I got to see
Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl. So, because, look, for other franchises, Marcos, you don't know this, but for the other franchises, once the second round of the draft is over, it's over. But you want to know what happens when the draft is over?
Oh, it just begins.
Exactly, dude. It just begins. That's when the real business and treasure hunting goes for Adam Simon and them boys over at the Heat front office. So this is very exciting. Very exciting. Wow, I love it.
Looking at it now, 6'9" wingspan for Keldon Johnson.
Moose.
I like that.
Looks like a explosive. And, I don't know if this is true or not, but I love when the assistant GM says, can't even believe he didn't get drafted. Stunned that he didn't get drafted. So now we're talking, we got wingspan, okay? We got a giant athletic sniping 3-and-D center, all right, and Kalel Ware. And then Pelle Larsson, Swedish swish, intangible sniper, and, basically he's going to be Swedish Max Strus. I mean, this is going to be incredible. What a class. And they said this wasn't a good draft.
What a class.
Yep.
We've completely turned around. We went from F them picks to got a little something here.
A little sweetener.
Got a little something.
A little something, a little sweetener. I love it. And apparently there's like this kid, played a little, got in there against Jaime a little bit because they were in the same conference.
Yeah. That's right.
Couple of traditional basketball powers in Arizona and UCLA. So exciting times. Rest of our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
The other big story, of course, yesterday as the draft concluded, 55. The Lakers. They draft Bronny James.
Indeed. What'd you think of that?
I thought obvious that was going to happen. It was pretty crazy, though. There was this report from Bob Myers in the middle of the draft that had said that Rich Paul is demanding teams not trade him, and that if you do, we're taking him to Australia, which seems extreme, which I don't know what to believe in it, if that he is drumming up that there was interest in Bronny James.
Yeah.
So much so that he had to threaten teams to make him drop to 55.
That's what I'm like confused about. Like, were people like fawning over him? I thought he was going to go undrafted had the Lakers not taken him.
I don't know. And that's why that report is kind of confused. Like, well, is he just making it seem like, a lot of teams did want him?
Yeah.
Either way, look, I told you this when with the Miami Heat. I would have been cool with them taking Bronny James. The way the Heat developed, if they thought it was worthy of taking that, I don't know what to make of him because he had cardiac arrest, but I think it's a cool story. And you want to know something? LeBron's done a lot for this league. I know I've made my petty jokes about him in the past because of him leaving, and he certainly does some things that I'm just like, wow. But LeBron getting a roster spot for himself in his last 3 years, whenever he's going to play, when I see Antetokounmpo get 2 brothers, when I've seen Ball brothers, when I've seen Dragic brothers.
I was going to say, you've seen a Zoran.
There's a lot of look, if the Miami Heat would have taken Devin Carter, would that have not been, I mean, I know that Anthony's not here anymore, but that would have not been basically a family pick. And that's in the first round. Knowing that Devin's, probably going to be really talented, but still, I just I got this all the time. Dude, that roster spot, let's say he doesn't play. If it just made LeBron happy and he's the 15th guy on the roster, who cares? He doesn't deserve it. LeBron doesn't deserve that.
Oh, who cares?
Who cares? It's a weird thing for me that it's like, this is the line everybody draws. He didn't take him at 17. Okay, we can quibble over that. Maybe that was a little bit 55. Who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah.
Let him do a cool thing. Let LeBron enjoy the last 3 years of his career. Because you want to know something? This is kind of like the Klay Thompson thing. Like, are you really going to win championships, or should you enjoy your last years of basketball? You've kind of done everything. You're the all-time leading scorer. You won 4 championships. I want to play with my son. This has been a thing for him very clearly for a long time. It has been said. The last thing he would love to do, play with his son. Oh, he gets to do it? Wow, what a crime.
Yeah.
What a crime. This is unbelievable. I'm going to stop watching. Are you kidding me? Let him play with his son. And you want it? Maybe develop his son. Maybe he turns out to be a nice player.
I really think he could be a good defender.
Yeah, who knows?
At the very least, wingspan, athletic. And, he never really had a long collegiate career for us to have a good understanding of what kind of player he could be. So I don't think it's that bad of a pick at 55. Like you said, man,
I told you right now, I convinced myself the Heat taking him at 43 back when the draft stuff started. I was like, and even UD was like, you develop a little bit? Sweetener, baby.
Yeah.
So you know what? Whatever, if it was genuine or non-genuine scare tactics by his agent, that's what an agent's supposed to do in Rich Paul. And by the way, he's very good at that.
Yeah.
He's very good at leveraging his client into situations that piss off teams. But I don't know, man. It's just, this is one of those things where, yeah, we all know what it is, but like to be outraged by it is weird to me. I think it's kind of like LeBron's kind of owed one for a little bit.
No, for
you
sure.
know, and maybe his son doesn't end up being, a decent NBA player. We don't know because he didn't really get to play basketball last year very much. So, but it wasn't surprising. The only thing that made me laugh out of everything yesterday was Australia.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because it would have been funny if that was true and teams really were interested. Like, Pat gets up, he goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Rich just called. He said, if you take Bronny, he's going to Australia." And Pat Riley's like, "Call his bluff." Because then eventually, because the funny thing would have been like, either two things are going to happen. He's either going to get traded to the Heat are going to be like, "All right, what do you want for him?" Or he's not going to Australia. Why Australia?
I don't know. Is that just like the furthest spot away? So they're just like, you know what? It's like essentially saying, he'll play in Antarctica before he plays in Charlotte.
It's very far.
It's very far.
It's very far.
Oh, actually, I think I have, they were preparing. So these are lessons that were leaked just in case he was going to go to Australia. He was practicing his greeting.
G'day, everyone.
Perfect. Absolutely. Sounds good.
It's like hey, Patty, we need a mentor for Bronny.
Great, dude.
James says Bronny equals Thanasis 2.0. Yeah, and guess what? Thanasis, you know what he gets to do? He gets to be a dirty player.
Yep.
He gets to wave towels, and he has a podcast.
Absolutely.
Somehow. He has a podcast too. But I will stick by this, okay? Whatever you think of the Bronny James situation, let us not ignore the fact that it's still not as egregious as LeBron getting his podcast co-host as the head coach of the team.
That's true.
He's less qualified to have that job than Bronny is to have his job. Like, that is the bigger, that you're going to sit here and you're going to do nepotism. There's nepotism in sports. What about him getting a podcast host as his head coach? That's the bigger outrage here. I'm way more pissed off about that than I am Bronny James. I'm happy for Bronny James and LeBron. But JJ Redick being a head coach before Chris Quinn, that's a real outrage.
Did you think JJ Redick was drawing up plays for Bronny as soon as he was drafted?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, great.
I'm sure. Mind of the game. That's what he has, is it not?
He's a guru. Sick of that guy. You got it. You've honestly convinced me.
Oh, man. All right, we'll take a break. Lots to get to here on the show. Bam Adebayo later on this hour. Back after this.
Got with you.
Miami Heat, they will introduce Pelle Larsson later today officially to the media.
All right.
So he will get his. I love those videos. I love the tour when Riley gives the kid the tour.
Oh yeah.
Shows him Biscayne. But I'll tell you what was goosey yesterday though, dude. Did you see Alonzo Mourning apparently had a little lunchy lunch with Pelle? That was cool.
I did see that. That's good, man. That's good tutelage.
Yeah,
that's good tutelage right there.
Yeah, he went and he posted on his Instagram yesterday. Hold on, let me get this.
What a benefit it is, Not like, for example, I love Wade.
Yep.
And I think Wade is a great mentor, but the fact that we have the ability to have a defensive-minded, almost 7-footer take you under his wing, like, come on now, that's perfect.
Alonzo yesterday, he takes a picture with the young Heat center and says the best is yet to come. Flame emoji, basketball emoji, flex emoji. Welcome to Heat Nation, Pelle Larsson.
Look at that.
So very cool. He will be introduced officially later on today. That'll be very, very cool. And very excited to see what the young man can do. Very excited to see what the young man can do in this situation. By the way, did you see yesterday, Marcos, the Matthew Tkachuk Raising Cane's commercial came out? Fast work, by the way.
Absolutely.
Work.
Quick turnaround.
Quick turn. Hey,
yeah.
That's a good commercial.
That is a good commercial.
Raising Cane's is pissed off. They pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah. Now
but it was
I
worth
understand, it totally was Raising Cane's fault.
Oh, definitely.
Totally. They were like, hey, we need extras for this commercial. Yeah,
Yeah, but it looked great. Like they made it look like Cats Mania. And it honestly it's been really, really awesome to see, because to see how many people wanted to go see Matthew Tkachuk and to see this cat fever. Like, we've been talking cat fever for a while, but like the pandemic has now officially hit a high point with spreading around South Florida. I am very excited to see what Sunday looks like at this parade, dude. Because we're going to be boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
You're going to be literally boots on the ground. I'm going to be at a Boat Campers. We're hosting 10 a.m. We start our coverage. We'll be there with Danny Rabinowitz, Joe Rose. So myself in Hollywood and Joe, we will give you all the coverage from the Panthers parade. But this one's exciting, man. I think that this is going to be a crazy atmosphere. I think this is going to be nuts.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's going to be, obviously, I'm not sure if the route is the same as the Miami Heat parade, but I really feel like it's going to be the same energy and kind of feel that same like magnitude of like the city is coming together for this team.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Happy to see it.
Dade South says, I wish Bosch would work with Ware too. I wish Bosch was around.
Ooh,
I do.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's. I know Bosch has always been like a guy after his career. He was going to do a lot of different things. And so, and remember, you guys got to remember how crappy it was the way his basketball career ended. So I don't know how much, he's come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Because probably up to a couple of years ago, he could have still been in the league if not for like just the worst situation of blood clots. So yeah, I wish Chris Bosh was around the organization more too, because he's first of all, he's unbelievably fun, just as like having those memories around of what he was able to bring. He's just a super honest athlete to have around. And yeah, he's kind of like the prototypical modern big. That was all right there. I loved having it around for him. I love the fact that, early on he did a lot of that stuff with Bam, where he was kind of, taking him under his wing and telling him some things of that nature. But I don't know if he's been around as much in the last couple of seasons. But yeah, that would be absolutely cool. But let me tell you something. Alonzo Mourning, that's a good tutor. That's a good culture tutor.
For sure.
You want to get because let me tell you something with Zoe. He's gonna get in the gym with these guys legitimately. He's gonna be getting this guy on the squat rack and seeing what kind of weight he can throw up there. So should be fun.
Man, I just Googled Chris Bosh and just went to news to see if I can like find anything about him. This guy's a ghost.
Ghost, dude. It's been weird. It's been because like he used to be pretty social media active.
There you go.
Oof. But yeah, that hasn't been the case the last couple of years.
Yeah,
so
this is alarming me now. I'm sure he's okay and he's probably just enjoying life as he should. But even if you go to his like his Instagram.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like he used to be one, like it's not like he's an old athlete. Like he used to be one of the more, it was kind of like was very Jimmy-like almost.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe not as like much mingling with famous people, but Chris Bosh and Mrs. Bosh, like they would always like post like tours all over the place, and you're like, oh, look what the Bosh family is up to.
Yeah.
Like today they're at the pyramids, tomorrow they're in Antarctica.
For sure.
You know,
like,
so
there's more to me than just basketball.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd, but hopefully he is hopefully life is going well for the Bosh family.
Yeah, put out the bat signal, the Bosh signal.
That dude is man. He was a fun player. Who didn't love Chris Bosh and what he was able to bring to the table?
Absolutely. I mean, the big three never underestimated his presence. And if you really look back on it, man, beyond just being the third fiddle, he really was the glue that kept everything. Even in the most famous shot of all time, who's the one getting that rebound? You know?
And then the block on Danny Green.
Like, come on, man.
Our friend of the show, Danny Green.
I gotta ask him about that one.
We did. He was. I think that led to why he would curse on every show.
True. Very true.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, speaking of big men, Bam Adebayo.
That's right.
He joins us next.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Kendall.
Crash the Tobin. Leroy's here too.
Gets the people going. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Legendary Raptor T-Pain is coming to the Fillmore in Miami Beach on July 3rd, and we got your chance to win tickets. It's easy to enter. Just go to WQAM.com/contest and register, and you can be going to see T-Pain. This is a live Nation show. All right, let's get to it. Yesterday after the show, we told you guys might have been getting him yesterday. Schedule backed it up a little bit, so we myself, Leroy, who is not in today, but we did stick around to do this, of course, because him and Bam's trash talk has hit a crescendo. I mean, it's really gotten out of hand. It's these guys. It's gonna really, like, we need this domino showdown ASAP for these two to face each other. So we got a chance to sit down with Bam for a little bit. Just as we were not allowed to ask about the contract CBA stuff, we were cool with it. We had a lot of fun stuff we wanted to riff about with him, including the Heat's new draft pick and other things. He's going to Team USA. He's going to Paris for the Olympics. So Captain Bam America sitting down with us. Here is our interview with Bam Adebayo.
Perhaps the Tobin. Leroy's here too.
Oh, no. See, I don't want you to think that I'm avoiding you. See,
no, it's all good, bro. You've been ducking me, bro. It's all good.
Hey, you go ahead on and do the do your US thing, right? When you get back. Okay.
But the thing about it is, when I get back, you're still not gonna pay me.
Okay. Now I don't want to have to go at you like Kendrick Lamar.
Let's just go into the interview like this. You guys you've been messaging back like this is we've been sending almost like ravens, like Game of Thrones, because of the Domino's trash talk that has happened since last media day, and the showdown has to happen eventually. Bam Adebayo joining us here on the show. Thanks for joining us, Bam.
For sure, he's been ducking me, man. I really don't appreciate that, because technology has advanced so much that it's also, you have it on your phone. You can get it on your phone.
I need this right here. There's our old school dominoes. I need to look at you and see the displeasure when I hit those bones on the table. We're not doing video dominoes so you could just go in the other room. No.
See, like, everybody enjoys, like, before the game starts, they talking about, hitting the dominoes and shit, and, stuff like that, until, like, at the end of the game, when he's got to look at me and be like, yo, you beat me. And the defeat in his face is kind of like, you see certain fans, leave the arena because, the game's over. It's kind of like, you just kind of shake his hand. It's like, man, like great game.
So you're assuming like this is going to feel like your buzzer beaters where you send a road team home sad. Like that's what Leroy's going to feel in that moment.
Or when like you come in with you come into the game with so much confidence, and then ultimately at the end you lose. It's like it's like
you bringing that same confidence.
I'm not though, because you challenged me. I just said I play dominoes time to time. We play in the house, and it is what it is. And he was like, "You just started off like, well, you can't beat me." All right. Well, at this point, we're gonna find out.
Okay. All right.
This is a showdown that must happen. This is a must.
Hey, so how exciting is it to go to Paris, play with a lot of your friends, that you usually don't get to play with, right? I mean, is that the coolest thing about this? You're competing against most of these guys during the course of the year. Now you get to play with them.
Yeah, I mean, having the opportunity to obviously play alongside some of the guys that are, undoubtedly stamped to be Hall of Famers. Mm-hmm. If you don't strive to be one of those, like, I don't know why you're in the sport. So going into this, obviously having the opportunity is going to be amazing. Just soaking up as much knowledge as you can, asking questions, watching dudes, obviously behind the scenes with their work ethic. Like understanding what you can take from what they do and add it to your repertoire or your game or your work ethic, and being able to see the game through how they see it. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing for me, soaking up as much knowledge as possible.
How much, do you talk to Spo about, have you guys talked about, role and things like that? Because you're already a gold medalist with him, but, you got some new guys and Bede's on the team this year. So do you feel like you're going to be used different? What have those conversations been like as far as the roster construction for this team?
I feel like I'm one of the people that's like a, shapeshifter. You put me in different situations. We'll still figure it out to impact winning.
You've been used to that though, right? You've been
doing
that.
That doesn't bother me at all. Just being able to go out there and compete for a gold medal. Going out there, because like I've always said, it's not about yourself. When you get in these type of situations, in these rooms, and you're talking about winning something for the country, it's not about you. It's about doing it for the country and being able to sit up there and smile at the top of the podium with the gold medal and understand what you've been through to get there.
Where is your excitement level? Because you got a young Nikola Jovic who's feeling froggy with how he was in Serbia and their team last year. How much is Bam Adebayo looking forward to going up against Jovic in a potential matchup?
I expect Niko to play like he's never played before because, one, like I said, when people go play for their countries, it's a different ball game because they become the number one option, the number two option. It feels like when guys go play for their countries, they become the Michael Jordans of their teams, the Kobe Bryant of their teams, the Elijah ones, the Shaqs, however you want to look at it. They become that guy or the guys because there's nobody to defer to.
Right.
And, seeing Niko, obviously he's on the other team, so I want to beat his ass. But, seeing him grow as a player and as a talent himself is going to be incredible.
Right. I wanted to ask you about the draft because there is no person that's more excited about a 7-footer being drafted than me, because I think it gives you the ability to do all the things you can do on a basketball court. Did you kind of feel like, this might free me up a little bit to do more things? Not, just be able to, I've been working on this, or I've been working on this, I've been working on taking guys up. This might give me a chance to do that if we have somebody in the paint.
Yeah, it definitely opens it up to where your mind can go, to places where in the past it couldn't, and being able to expand and grow as a player, but also, seeing his development as a young 7-footer coming into this league, because, we're not for everybody. So being able to see him come into this structure and come into this standard of, this is where you have to be every year, and then knowing that the standard always is going to rise, you look at that and you look at the potential in that and understand what we can be in the future.
Yeah, how much are
went from a short team to a lengthy team in 6 months, right? you might be the third shortest on the court.
Hey man, it is what it is. All games at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How much does it blow your mind though now? It wasn't that long ago that you were the quiet teen on the team, and now you're not only the captain, but this guy's going to be looking to you for. So how am I a young center coached by Eric Spoelstra? He's going to be looking to you for guidance. So how much does that blow your mind that you're at this point in your career right now?
It just puts it in perspective that I'm getting old. Man.
Oh,
it's just. It's just.
You're old.
You just got. Think about it. Walking into the league at 19, and I'm about to be 27.
Right.
It's just ill because I'm getting closer to 30.
Well, here's when I know you've been around for a while, because when they talked about the draft, right, and they talked about who the Heat drafted, they didn't say how he's gonna fit with Jimmy. They say how he's gonna fit with Bam.
Yeah, thanks.
See what I'm saying? And
thanks.
So it as the team moves forward,
yeah,
start looking at other aspects of it, right? So that's when I know Bam been around for a minute.
Like I said, man, understanding. I mean, to the point where like it's getting crazy to like when I think about franchise ranks. Like, you know, I came into this league and was like, man, I just want to make enough money to take care of my mom,
right?
And be good enough to get certain amount of years out of this thing. So being able to just look at certain stats where it's like Bam's almost top 5 in everything in franchise history, like that to me there like spooks me because it's like, damn, I done been around for a minute.
Yeah, it's a long way from dribble handoff.
Fact. I'm just catching lobs.
What like are you like gonna continue the countdown to Udonis the rebound record? Like is that like the number one?
Now that is one record I can't wait to break, because when I break it, you might think I won a national title the way I might throw that ball. And I hope he's at the game.
You gonna go get him? Go call somebody. Call UD. Call.
Yeah, I'm going to find it. First of all, he's got to be at the game, because I'm gonna be like, listen, it's this little stretch right here where I'm gonna break your record. I hope it's at home. You know, I hope it's at home. I hope he's sitting courtside. And when they give me the ball, I'm gonna go give it to him and be like, man, you're second now. Yeah, you're second.
I'm sure he's gonna take that well.
Yeah, but I feel like if it had to be anybody, he would choose it to be me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we see how he talks about you and your growth and how hard you've worked your way up from the beginning. So he would probably be out there like pride, like look at him.
You still can you still get a hold of him? What have you thought of big TV star Udonis Haslem? Like he's had this glow up this summer.
I think this is his niche. You know, obviously because he's been in so many conversations, so many media aspects. He's been in so many fights and battles where he's had to be the front man to actually communicate for everybody to understand his message. And to do that, that's not easy because everybody's not going to understand it. So for him to be on TV and to see all that hard work flourish, you know, I feel like it's his niche now to where he can continue doing this for a long time. And I hope he does it for a long time because, we need a Heat guy on national television about it. The national media don't like to.
Bam, are we gonna say something about, UD being gray on Tuesday and black on Wednesday?
See, I'm not doing that because he gonna call me. He not gonna call you. I'm gonna have that conversation. So I'm not gonna say nothing about my man and his salt and pepper habits. I'm not doing that.
It was the one day, dude. We saw him on Tuesday. He was on TV on Wednesday. He looked like you.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen. My guy listen. That's how you understand he's been around that long.
Yes.
Before we get you out of here, Ben, we appreciate you giving us some time, man. We're very much looking forward to seeing you in action coming up for the Olympics in Paris. We saw you in Vegas recently. Have you been to this Sphere? Because this thing, to me, this looks overrated to me. It's a giant IMAX theater. Have you been to this? Is it impressive? Because everybody raves about the Sphere. I wondered if you have you had the chance to go to it yet, or if not, will you?
So being on the Strip, you can literally see it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So driving past it, it's I can't describe it because it just looks like a big dome of entertainment. Kind of like you don't know. I understand why people rave about it because you don't know what's going to pop up next or if anything pops up. So it's like one day it might be like they had it where it was like a dome when it had eyes and it just like followed people. Sometimes it'd be videos of like broadcasting a fight or the finals or something like that. And, when you look at it, it's just like a giant TV screen for literally everybody on the Strip.
I don't know, man. It looks like a giant movie theater to me. I don't know if it's going to be that cool.
Like he's not impressed. You're not impressed?
Nah.
I mean, like you're not impressed, but like until like you actually see it.
We went to Vegas for a fight. I saw from the outside, but I don't know. Like I'm like, is it all it's cracked up to be? Everybody gets crazy about it.
You have to go inside. You have to go inside.
No.
What I was told is you got to go inside.
I haven't been inside. I just,
If you go inside, you go to the change.
Yeah, outside looking in, but like seeing it from the outside, I'm like, damn, you can really see that from all aspects of the show.
Or even flying in, just an eyeball. It's crazy.
Like to have something where you're flying in, it's just a big projection of it could be a goldfish.
Yeah.
But to have something such in HD to where it looks real in some cases is like, wow, like technology has really gotten this far where they just put a dome in the middle of Vegas Strip and it just kind of does whatever.
Man, we appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, man. Good luck in Paris, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, bring home that gold, buddy. Appreciate you.
Don't avoid me when you get back either.
I'm not avoiding you, man. Also, Tobin, like I see the little design back there. You got the. I'm one of those gonna have our faces up there. I don't really see my face. I see Wade County.
I got you. I got some Bam rep.
That ain't good enough. Ain't nobody seeing that.
You can send some merch to the studio. We get some.
That is also true.
If you want some rep, we'll put some rep up here, man. But you know what? I can get my buddy. He does some good work. I can get some Bam action up here.
Come on, man. Like it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Is that D Wade in the corner over there?
Yeah. Yep. He was good. You're good. You're good too.
You're good.
I get
All
it.
right, man.
All right.
Later.
See you, buddy.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Although I am feeling a 1:30 interview shirt.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. If it's the interview that we just heard right now,
Yep.
I was good.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, how
What do you
dare you
mean?
at the end there? 2 things I got a problem with at the end. there.
Okay. What's the problem?
Number one, no way you just hit Bam with a "you're good." You're good. Because I know what that means, dude.
He's calling out my office.
Okay, you do need more Bam. And also you need more Bob stuff too. I realize that you have a very pro Miami sports background for your
Yes.
home studio, but you're like friends with a couple people who deserve a little bit of acknowledgement. One of them being Bob, and of course, as he mentioned in the interview there, one of them being Bam. You trying to get him with a little Funko Pop, you know?
That's what I have though. And if he want, he's like, oh, I get a. What was he want, a mural? Because there used to be a UD photo up there. There used to be a UD painting up there, which was cool. But I wanted to do something with everything.
Yeah.
So shout out to my guy Parks and Rec Alejandro, who does. Go check out his work.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec with a W. So go check that out on Instagram. Local Miami artist, did a great job for me.
Does great work.
Even put up my Barry Bucks because he did that. I was like, I'm making a birthday present myself to put a new mural. But he had this UD canvas that I had.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if he's referring to my old one. He wants one for himself. Look, I could talk to him. You know, maybe we can get a Bam one together and make something like that happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what he wants. I think Bam wants art. I think he wants art.
it's
But if
fair.
he wants,
He's an artsman.
if he wants, you know, send me some merch then, dude.
Okay.
You get the connection over to the Heat store
Yeah.
and tell him to send Tobin and Leroy a Bam package. Let's go.
That's fair. And you know what? I'll excuse
I do, by the way, one that's out of the frame though.
Mhm.
When we did the dribble drive back, I have a Bam
I remember that.
autograph back from like his rookie year. That's there
Wow.
just because I was like, oh, that was a cool. I like having that, not necessarily just because of the Bam autograph, but that was a cool event. I loved doing the dribble drive, which we did the whole thing where we dribbled all the way from Baptist Health to the arena.
Yep.
For cancer research. That was really, really a fun event that the station did. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like he's got. It's not like Jimmy has more. It's not like on the current team. And D-Wade's D-Wade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's one of the problems I have with you, where you hit him with the "you're good."
I mean, he is
In my brain, I finish the sentence, but you're no D-Wade. But that's you watch yourself, dude.
What do you mean?
He's a future. He's a future of the franchise.
If he ends up winning more rings than D-Wade, then you're basically saying he is before the end of his career going to have a Heat dynasty.
Yeah.
Then we can have a talk. But no, I mean, for right now, he's good.
He's our friend, though. We love him.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy, and I appreciate him being generous at this time, and I especially appreciate him being jealous, or I appreciate him being into the silly sauce, even if he is jealous of the D-Wade representation. JFig says it made her uncomfortable. I don't understand how, JFig. Perhaps if we could get a pop on and you could elaborate on that before 12:30. If we could get, if we could get something like that. But so you took us to 2 things.
That was one.
2 things,
and then the number 2. You in this damn sphere, dude. This is definitely the coldest take you've ever had.
What do you mean?
It is the single most elaborate piece of technology arguably in the world right now, and you are kind of you're pigeonholing it as like, oh, it's a glorified TV screen.
It is.
It's not.
Somebody sent me a video of it yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were like, they showed me video from, I don't even know who the band was, but it was like behind them, it looked basically like they were in a town. And it looks cool, but I don't know if it's like, are you there for the music or are you there to watch a movie? Like, look, if I got to watch like a cool nature movie there, I bet you I would love it.
That would be nice.
I don't know if it'd be much better than Museum of Discovery IMAX though.
Okay, yeah, it is though. It is. First of all, it's bigger.
That's what they say.
And I'm sure they have like different things. It's not just a screen. You know, when you go to those movies and the chair moves and like, you know, it sprays out water. I'm sure it has something like that too. It's a cool experience, man. Can't believe you. Even Bam was impressed. Bam was like, yeah, and he hasn't even been inside it.
I know. Well, I would have thought he would have. I would have thought.
Me too.
I would have thought that celebrity like him would have already gotten like the VIP tour, right?
Probably not a fan of you two.
Who is?
Really?
Who is at this point, right?
Sure.
Who is?
It's a beautiful day.
Menu says pooping on the sphere is crazy.
It's so crazy. It is literally the single most advanced piece
I
of
will
technology.
probably make it a complete about face when I see an actual sporting event there, like the UFC. Maybe I will change my mind. Dude, speaking of yesterday, because I think tonight they're doing the draft, right? The
Yes,
NHL draft is tonight.
Yep.
So I tuned in yesterday at 7. I tuned into the NHL awards.
Yes.
And I was texting with our boy David Dwork, who was boots on the ground
live.
covering it.
Yep.
And I don't know who this comedian. Do you know who? Do you have the comedy scene? I don't know this person.
What's his name?
Who hosted? Let me see if I can get his name because he
hosted
was.
NHL awards.
Let me just tell you something.
Yes.
These hockey players, contrary to what we have seen, if they haven't won the Stanley Cup, no fun. They do not like comedy.
Yeah.
Now he was awful.
My God,
He was awful.
Matt Friend, is that the guy?
That sounds right.
I'm looking at it now. I just Googled NHL host and Matt Friend. Let me tell you something. He ain't gonna make it.
Oh, really?
I've never heard of this guy.
I've never heard of him either.
He's a stand-up comedian.
Dane
and
South says
impressionist.
he's a good impressionist, and he tried to do my Russian bit.
Oh yes,
in front of Kucherov.
Okay,
and Kucherov was not having it.
Yeah, I don't think
Kucherov and Mrs. Kucherov. I assume she's Mrs. Kucherov. She just may be his latest squeeze. I don't know.
Okay.
But he tried to do Russian accent in front of him.
Yeah.
And Kucherov no funny.
That's got to be awkward. That is definitely got to be. You're in a room full of tough people.
Yeah.
So
they
it's
didn't.
gonna be hard to crack.
He tried to do like an ID bit with Connor Bedard, the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
On the Blackhawks.
Like, let me
he didn't find that funny. He's like,
Yeah,
and so Jay Farrow comes out. They dressed Jay Farrow as Vezina.
Okay.
He was Vezina.
Yeah.
For the Vezina trophy, and he even called out. He goes, "You hockey players, serious." It was funny.
So maybe
that was funny.
Audience. Maybe it's just an audience of like, they just not. No, they're not. If I had to think of what sport is least likely to be about the ha-has, I'd say hockey.
Can I reveal what you're saying, JFig? Or no? She don't work there anymore, right? What's the difference?
Where?
At the Improv.
Oh yeah, who cares?
She says worked with him at the Improv and OMG. Stick to being an impressionist, not comedy.
Oh, great. So
well, he was definitely he tried to do the Russian bit with Kucherov, and his Russian was not very good. But I think he was very nervous that Kucherov was going to punch him right in the face.
That's fair. That is it's definitely rough to be in front of an audience that's not there for the jokes. For example, I went to Detroit with Crowder, and I'll say Detroit, tough crowd. Tough crowd. Tough group of people there. So I can imagine a room full of hockey players that did not win the Stanley Cup. Just give me my trophy and let me go.
Stud Steve says, how annoying was the NHL wasting Bob's time to go to Vegas when he should have been at 11? Yeah, I found this out yesterday. They make him go. I was really pissed. I was like, oh, they're not making him go unless he won, right?
Yeah.
And so I was talking with Dwork last night, and he goes, now we knew he wasn't going to. They went to Helicopter, whoever the hell it is on Winnipeg. And, he had this one save in his highlight package, not better than the Bobbery, and which is annoying because it's a regular season award, so they won't show in the highlight package. They didn't show any Stanley Cup. It was very annoying. But anyway, Bob not only didn't win, he finished third, but they apparently make them fly out. They have to go. They have to go. So unless Bob wanted to get a fine, I imagine Bob and Mrs. Bob want their money. They don't want to lose it, so they ended up going. But he'll be back for the parade.
Yeah.
Looks handsome though.
You know,
shaved head, looks good.
What does he have to do though? Like at this point, I feel like he's towards the twilight of his career. He had one of the best seasons he's ever had. At this point, I mean, if he's able to replicate that next year, then that's I'm probably looking at another Stanley Cup. But like, what the hell does this guy have to do to win the? I get it. Maybe it's voter fatigue. Sometimes
maybe
do that.
Maybe they're like, oh, he's not an all timer. He doesn't get to be in the 3 because once you win 3, you're kind of in that. You're in that. But he's going all of it. He should have won. Like it's just they've robbed this man. They've robbed this man.
That's true.
And I don't really understand it. I'm genuinely pissed off about it because I've been hearing the narrative throughout this in the recap of this saying, well, he was never the better goalie in any of these matchups. And he's not thought of as better as any of these guys like Swayman. He's not better thought of Shesterkin. And even like Skinner got more love. And Skinner got pulled in the middle of the playoffs. And I just think that you people are being idiots. Like this guy shut out 2 1-goal performances. And I don't know what it is. I because it's not like he's not credentialed. The guy had come into his career, come to Florida as one of the most credentialed goalies in the world. And now you're sitting here and you're kind of like debunking. Oh, no. Like there's no such thing as a system goalie. He's not he's not Trent Dilfer. You can't do that with hockey. And so I'm finding it very strange, as people are bashing us with, sticks because we're new on the hockey block, but just explain to me how you guys are more impressed with, McDavid having back-to-back 4-point games. First of all, Fugazi, he basically got gifted it by an even better play by Tkachuk, hustling over to save an empty netter.
Yeah,
he also did an 8-1 game. It's a fake game. It's a fake game.
For sure.
Bob didn't even have to play
inflated stats.
Inflated stats. It's a fake game. Okay. But yet they'll look at that more impressive than what his 3 wins were, which is stupid to me. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's really, really dumb.
Box score watchers. That's what it seems like. If you actually watch the game and the impact that he has, and in times where the Panthers defense kind of, left him out to dry.
Yeah. But here's the thing. All these penalties and all that power play stuff, like the only time he would get burned are on these incredible breakaways where the advantage is on the offense. They should score. That's why it's so scary.
Yeah.
And those were the last 6 goals that they scored in that series. So I just think it's weird.
It is weird.
I just think it's weird. You wasted his time. Vesna Schmezna, who cares? But the Conn Smythe really bothered me. That really, really bothered me that he didn't get the Conn Smythe. It's stupid. And really, I don't know if it's the hockey writers because I only know who we have down here and I think they're excellent. But I don't know if the rest of the hockey writers are much like baseball writers and that they just wanted to build a storyline or something like that.
Gotcha.
But for him to even finish third, behind Barkov, Barkov was great. We wouldn't have won without Barkov, but we're not winning without Bob either.
Yeah.
And I just think this is crazy.
And they know, the first person who Barkov hands the trophy to. And I mean, everyone who knows things within the organization understands the value of Bob. It's just kind of hard that we're not able to convey that. Is it again voter fatigue, or is he falling into the loop of South Florida hate?
I don't know. Because it's and Shesterkin was great. I get the frustration of facing him. He was great. The story of Skinner is cool, and he had some good games. But man, it just felt like Bob got overlooked this entire way up until the very end. People were waiting to pounce on him, and it's crazy to me. This man was great. He has been great for the Panthers for the last 2 Stanley Cup runs, and now hoist the trophy. And you guys are like, yeah, but remember that McDavid game that was 8-1?
Crazy.
Kiss my ass.
Garbage time.
Kiss my ass on that. You guys don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate it. Yeah. I'm getting a Bob helmet. You're right. We'll put him in the display.
Gotta put him in the display, dude. That's your boy. That is your boy. There's 3 boys you got. Gogie, Bam, and Bob. Those are your boys.
Yeah. Well, Bob so they did a thing where they brought Bob out with what's this guy's name? Matt Friend? Is that was his name?
Yeah, that is his name.
They brought him out and he made Bob eat some he kind of bid to the Luongo. He's like, hey, you want to eat this out of the cup? But it was a fake cup. It was a replica cup, I assume. I don't think that was the real cup.
No. I mean,
But I'm also very skeptical of this cup thing now because I'm like, how is this cup all over the place?
This cup is everywhere.
This cup is how many?
Is
What do they have?
there
Really,
more than
3
one cup?
cups? Like, what are we doing? We have a stunt cup. I'm very confused. But this was, they bring him out there for a second, but it was a waste of his time. It was a waste of his time
For a
He
little
should've-
joke.
He should have been partying.
He should have been.
He should have been partying
or doing whatever the hell he wants, man. I mean, I'm sure a trip to Vegas isn't bad. You know, it definitely, at least it's not like North Dakota or something like that. But he should have been with his team. Should have been at Canes.
Well, I think he's there now. I think he's on his way home. I'm
Nice.
sure he's on his way home. I don't think they're going to make him sit there and pick and hang at the draft. I'm sure he's going to get to go home a little bit and finally enjoy some time. But yeah, haircut, buzz cut basically now, shaved.
Different.
He is it was funny. I saw a story the other day. I think it was Local 10, maybe it was SVN. I think it was Local 10 because I feel like Will Manso tweeted it out, but like he's got a stylist in Fort Lauderdale who knows about the annual bob cut. He's been doing it for 5 years now.
Yes.
And I just kept thinking to myself, like, yeah, you have $70 million, Bob, but like your cut is a buzz cut. Why can't you just do that yourself?
Yeah, it is strange. It's like, a military cut, essentially. But I mean, it's Bob, man. You can't question him. He wore a suit to a UFC event.
I know.
He does crazy things.
It's Russian, dude. That's just how he's a man of class and intelligence, and he also just happens to be the best goalkeeper in the world.
Robbed, dude.
Just robbed my boy between the pipes for some dude named Helicopter, and I don't even understand it.
And I don't even that's how you tell it's a regular season award. Then why wait this long to announce it?
I don't know.
It's so crazy.
It flew. I will say that. Like, that's a good thing with the awards is like they just was like boom, boom, boom. Best defenseman, Vezina, and what the Hart Trophy, the MVP. Who surprisingly, and by the way, did I see McDavid there? I don't even remember if I saw McDavid in the crowd.
Oh, you know who's one to not show up for an award?
Yeah,
McDavid.
McDavid. Where's he at?
Probably somewhere crying. Let's see, Connor McDavid, NHL.
Connor
awards.
McDavid show up. He probably had to.
Among finalists. No, I don't know. I don't see any pictures of him.
I'll look right now. I got the photo app that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
I don't see him either. Man. Look at that, dude.
So this crybaby doesn't even show up for an award.
Get out of here.
Bull crap, dude.
And yet,
ridiculous.
Continue to give this guy awards. Nathan
guy is
McKinnon
the sphere of hockey.
No, okay, no. This you can't. You
what do you mean?
Haven't even
all flash and no substance, dude.
All right. Well, okay. Nothing on the inside. Okay.
Yeah, I see Mrs. I see Bob is there.
Yeah.
Bob
absolutely.
and Mrs. Bob. Adorbs. 2 scoops of adorable, those two. Oh. Sergei and Olga Bobrovsky.
I don't know who this Nathan McKinnon is, but he beat out Kucherov and McDavid. That's impressive.
So McDavid doesn't even have the cajones to show up to the award ceremony.
Look at that.
But Bob went. You want to know why? Because he's a professional.
Absolutely.
He's a professional. You welcome somebody into the Vezina club. Ridiculous.
Connor Bedard, I'm assuming, won Rookie of the Year. Saw him in person.
I don't remember. I would assume so. I didn't see I saw defenseman and I saw Hart and I saw Vezina.
My goodness.
And then I saw this Matt Friend just screw the pooch on his bits.
Jeez. Who would be the ideal host then for the NHL award show?
I don't know, because it doesn't seem like they're into fun. I feel like you should you know what they should do? Like they should have probably like one of the like Spittin' Chicklets hosts. Like have a hockey guy do it,
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what you should probably do. Like when the ESPYs have Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
No,
that makes sense.
Like that's what you should do. You should have some funny hockey guy be the host.
Yeah.
And
or
maybe have Moeller do it.
Well, I was going to say Paul Maurice.
Or Paul Maurice.
Very entertaining.
Or Paul Maurice.
Maybe Drake should have done it. He's Canadian.
Connor McDavid.
Get out of here. Disrespectful to the game.
All right. We'll take a break. More shenanigans on the other side.
This hour of Tobin and
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Got the Panthers parade coming on up. Sunday, 10 o'clock, we got coverage for you here on 560 WQAM. Caviva.
Yeah. I'll be in the streets, so find me, all right?
Yeah, act a fool if you see Marcos, man. We want to
don't curse, though.
Don't curse. Don't curse.
Yeah, but
we only have so many dump buttons that we could go to. But if you want to see your silly sauce friend, like let's get to it, buddy.
Come on, baby.
It's just fun. What are you gonna try and look? Are you gonna look for, the next Hawk Tua girl, or are you gonna try and try and keep it to all right, that guy looks like they won't curse?
Ooh, that's going to be rough. It's going to be rough determining who won't curse, but I will be looking for shenanigans. That's one thing I'm going to be looking for. I will also be looking for fake Panthers fans. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be like, who's your favorite player? And then, or I'm going to ask them, do you think Chris Chambers has the ability to have a breakout season next year, and see what their response is? Because I'm trying to weed out the fakes, dude.
The fakes, yeah.
The ones who had cat fever for the past couple years. And, I'm not a hockey diehard, but if I'm going to go to the parade, it's going to be because I supported this team like I know a majority of South Florida has. So I'll be on the lookout for shenanigans. I'll be on the lookout for fakers, and I'll be on the lookout for some diehards as well.
I'm excited about it. I think it's been an awesome celebration so far in the community to see how everybody's been acting. It's cool to see, the guys out there and the fans getting a chance to bask in all of this. I'm in a ways I'm excited about next year, because I'm excited to see what this turns into, because they've been, building a fan base over the last few years. I know the diehards are the diehards, but I'm talking about, when you do win, it does bring a lot of people along for the ride. And especially I think kids too.
Yeah.
Like these impactful moments in your life that you just never forget. And then it does mean something to be able to keep it going. And that, I think one thing where the Panthers are going to have a leg up, where the Marlins really effed up, is that they feel like, even if it doesn't mean another Stanley Cup next year, because it's very hard to do this. We've already seen this. This is hard. And getting to a third straight final. I think that the Panthers you're going to be able to watch Barkov for a while. You're going to be able to watch Tkachuk for a while. Bob has got a couple more years left, but it's still like that guy's going to mean something. And then, they'll probably be, after he's done a passing of the torch. And I think one of the things that broke my heart as a kid was, because the 97 championship, I remember being 10 years old and just, this was the coolest, and seeing Charles Johnson and Gary Sheffield and Moises Alou, boom, 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 gone, like immediately, was a killer. And thankfully you're still at an age where it's like, you kind of don't care as much, but it still took a while for me to put you're talking basically really 4 years before you were able to get into Mike Lowell and Alex Gonzalez and Derek Lee, because it really wasn't up until, I would say, the 2002 season again that you were like, all right, there's something's here. I like a lot of the guys here. I like seeing the development of Josh Beckett, and that was a shame, because and you knew it was coming, because, when Azinga made note of it, like this was going to be on the way and there was going to be ownership change and things like that. But I've always wondered with the Marlins if they would have ever really gotten to go on a consistent run and really kept people around, what could have been. Knowing that, we see down here when the baseball, the Caribbean series is going on, or the World Baseball Classic, that people do love the sport down here. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Especially with all the communities down here. But the Panthers, I don't think the Panthers are going to drop, I guess, the puck on this one, not the ball, but they're not going to blow this, I don't think, because you're going to get look at the craze for Matthew Tkachuk, and he's not going anywhere. This guy is going to be here for the foreseeable future. He's going to mean something to people. Now Alexander Barkov has been here for a while, but now he's a champion. Now people will know, oh, no. All that stuff we were talking about, oh, you don't get the game. Now you're going to get it. You're going to educate fans more. Ekblad the same way. If Rhino sticks around, I mean, Sam Reinhart, I saw, he's going to be looked upon as a hero down here because he scored the game-winning mother bleeping goal in a Game 7. That's forever. And so if you're going to stick around for another 4 seasons, if that ends up happening, you're gold. Like, how is how is that not going to be looked upon? So that's what I'm excited for with the Panthers, is not just the fact that they've won, but now that they've won and they've had this iconic series that's going to live forever. What is that going to what is that going to mean for the future of the sport? I think it's going to be absolutely tremendous. So we'll take a break. We'll tickle Frog Boys Fancy coming up next.
You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen. The Tickle Frog Boys fancy. Leroy's out today. Enjoying a long weekend as we head off into it.
Is he golfing?
I believe he is golfing.
Nice.
I think he's golfing with Lusaka Polite today.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's oddly specific, but okay.
He's like, hey, you know who I saw? Lusaka Polite.
Okay.
I was like, Sperano's favorite.
Yeah. I wouldn't recognize him outside of his uniform.
I would have thought that Leroy would have beef with Lusaka Polite because he's like, hey, everybody thinks like that's what my career was your career. Where it was just I was going out there and I was just getting 3 yards every time I needed to get a first down. Yeah. And meanwhile, I was more than you, Lusaka. Remember Lusaka Polite going to my wife's school for like a Dolphins take over the classroom day.
Oh.
And so he had told I think it was right after he retired, though. Like they had TD, everybody out there, the whole thing.
Gotcha.
And she goes, do you recognize this guy? I'm like, that's Lusaka Polite.
Oh.
She had no idea who he was. Who's that? I'm like, you need 4th down?
Oh, yeah.
Lusaka Polite, dude.
That's your boy.
That's who gets it done.
Yeah.
Lusaka Polite owns the trenches. That's what he does, dude. That is what he does.
One of the best names in Dolphins history as well.
Oh, yeah.
Lusaka Polite.
All right, let's get to this. So, Frog Boy, the NHL draft.
Oh,
take your fancy. We're hockey heads now.
We are hockey heads, but I'm gonna tell you why.
Fancy, not tickled.
Because we're the best, baby. Because we're the best.
Waste of time.
Who cares if we are?
Waste of a time.
Anyone who we draft, sweetener. Also, I'm not sure how quick the turnaround is in NHL with these prospects.
Yeah.
So
we also don't have a 1st round pick, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Fancy, not tickled.
Was this the Claude Giroux trade that we lost?
Oh, probably.
One of the rare ones that didn't work out.
That's okay.
Sorry, Giroux.
Rough.
Yeah, so the Panthers' first pick is woof.
Oh no.
We traded that one too.
Oh no.
Listen, it costs to get a championship.
It
costs to get a championship. Let's see. We could just
we went all in on that one.
Let's see what we got. Panthers though, it was worth it. Sometimes you got to mortgage some of the future.
I mean, I'll tell you what though, like you said, this isn't a one and done. We have a solid foundation for years coming, even if we don't have a pick in this draft, which based off how hard you're researching, we may not have a pick in this draft.
We're just there, baby.
We're just there, which is, whatever. I'm okay. I'm too busy focusing on the parade.
The first pick I can find for them is the 3rd round. Last pick of the 3rd round.
All right.
That's where you find the gems. Everybody knows that.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows that.
It's the best part of the draft.
Crazy. What else we got? What else? Okay, so not, but tickle. Fancy, not tickled for this.
Fancy, not tickled. 100%. I mean,
right, fair enough.
We have the 90th pick. That's the only thing we have.
What about tonight?
Yeah,
6:20. Marlins Phils.
Oh,
take your fancy.
Marlins Phils. It depends. Is it Marlins at Phils or Phils at Marlins?
Marlins at Phils.
That's
fancy, not tickled.
Understood.
No chance of a whopper, dude.
Nah, no chance of a whopper. No chance of a whopper. I think Harper got hurt last night.
Oh, that's not good.
I think he pulled his hammy against the Fish.
Ooh,
yeah,
pulled hammy, huh?
Harper hurt on final play, and Kyle Schwarber got hurt.
Ooh, final play.
Tough. Marlins bludgeoned you.
Oh yeah,
they couldn't physically get through it. Yeah, the Fish last night, they win 7-4.
That's right.
And
we move up to last place.
We do. It's been a tough go of it. Like they were advertising the other day. They were like, "Hey, Marlins White Sox." I was like, "Oof."
They do have a great promotion though. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 2 popcorns, and 4 sodas. $45.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that, dude.
Can't beat that.
The promotions department over there at Marlins Park, amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, my son's already like, he's like, hey, He's like, what season's going on right now? Because he's got a little sports fever right now after the Cats win. He goes, what's going on? I said, just baseball. And he goes, I want to go.
Oh,
all right. He likes the hot dogs. He loves a ballpark snack.
You know what? I think
Tobin's might be heading out there soon.
I like that. Tadpole's about a little bit over 1 now. I think he's safe to sit down for a little bit.
And I wouldn't subject him to Marlins Red Sox because Boston fans.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
But Marlins White Sox be like, son,
yeah,
let's go see some history right now.
Nice.
See a team with 22 wins versus 29 in July.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Not the worst in the league anymore though. That's the Rockies.
Oh yes, we did
Rockies.
Nice.
But anyway, first place Phils and Fish tonight. Tickle fancy?
Fancy, not tickled.
All right. What about tomorrow night, Frog Boy?
Okay.
UFC 303.
Ooh.
Alex Pereira against Yuri Prochazka for the light heavyweight championship of the world. One of the storied belts of UFC. Chuck Liddell, Rashad Evans, Rampage Jackson, Tito Ortiz.
Damn.
And then of course John Bones Jones.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight, one of the most storied belts of all time, on the line this week. Yuri Prochazka trying in a rematch against Alex Pereira. Tickle thy fancy.
That indeed tickles
my fancy is tickled,
dude. Other than that,
chili peppers. Let's say a little chili peppers.
Check that out.
Chili peppers.
Not that that's gone well for us as of recent, but you know what? We'll give it a shot again. Not only am I excited to see what is slated, I'm excited simply because this was initially supposed to be Conor McGregor's return.
Conor McGregor!
And so much has happened with this card since then. I feel like it hasn't gotten the love or respect that it deserves. Therefore, I feel this will shock everyone, and this will be one of the best cards we've seen in quite some time.
Dude.
Yeah. And I'm just basing that all off vibes. Science.
I am very excited for this card. I cannot wait. I am excited about it. And it's one of these things where not only am I sorry, I'm getting a text. Not only am I excited about this card because Yuri Prochazka, Alex Pereira, impossible. It's a boring fight.
Yeah.
The co-main of Brian Ortega against Diego Lopez is a killer fight. Then you got MVP Ian Gary. I see no reason that's not going to be a great fight.
Wait. Michael Venom Page versus Ian Gary?
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a fight.
That's a fight, right?
Marky, dude. Damn, that's great. I mean, MVP, we talked about him. What his debut in UFC was 300 or was it 299?
299. It was down
299 down here in Miami. We were talking about how how his style is something that's going to be interesting to watch in the UFC. Ian Gary has just been knocking fools out. So I'm interested to see how these two go back to back. Man, I didn't even know that was on the card.
Yeah, you got that. And then also got our boy Anthony Lionheart Smith, who will be on Tapped Out tomorrow, by the way, everybody. Tapped Out tomorrow, 7 to 9 on the BetQL network. Listen, I got connects, baby.
Ortega,
I got connects.
Lionheart.
What do we think? Okay, so we got Pereira. He's a favorite.
Yeah, he should
winner. Let's see. What do we got for method odds?
Was his last fight the one where he waved off the ref after?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nasty.
Let's see. So, all right. The two method odds, Pereira and Prochazka. Prochazka is 2-1 for knockout. Pereira is plus 105. So they think knockout's coming.
Okay.
Is there any shot this makes the cards? Any shot this goes to the distance? I don't even remember. When's the last time that Pereira went the distance?
Is it 5 rounds?
Yeah.
They're not lasting 5 rounds.
They're not lasting 5 rounds.
They're going to collapse in the ring. They're not going 5.
Just too much weird stuff. When's the last time he went? Jan Blachowicz. So his light heavyweight debut. That was a 3-round fight, though.
Okay. Yeah. See? Different.
5-round fights.
That's where champions are made.
TKO. Yeah. 1 round TKO. Beat Prochazka in 2. maybe an early stoppage. Got knocked out by Israel Adesanya down in Miami for the return. That was in 287. Right. Knocked out Israel Adesanya before that in round 5. So that went Nah, it's gonna be a knockout. It's gonna be a knockout. We gotta go knockout. But who do we pick? Who do we pick? Do we pick Poatan or do we pick Prohashka?
Gotta go with Poatan.
I gotta go with Poatan.
Gotta go. Wait, doesn't he have a broken pinky toe? Does that matter?
Damn it, dude.
Okay. Poatan.
No, I'm not doing that. Schmeathan, who goes, Tobin is Ian Derry.
That's good.
That's good.
That's really good.
Objectively, he deserves a point.
Point for Twitcher.
All right.
Just when you think you're safe.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to go Pajeda by knockout.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Pajeda, knockout.
I like that.
Boom.
Like that.
Okay. That's in. Then we go. This one's hard. Diego Lopez, Brian Ortega.
Well, I was at a coin flip with that one until you told me the tortoise story.
Really?
Now,
Diego Lopez has been awesome, though. I don't know if I'm swayed by Brian Ortega. Can I tell you why?
Yes.
Brian Ortega has become very spiritual lately. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of fighters are.
Yeah.
And he wasn't supposed to fight until the Sphere, which was in September.
Oh.
He said that he was sent divine signs to take this fight last minute, but he wants to go up to 155, which always makes me scared.
Yeah.
You know, I always get worried when guys talk about, I want to jump weight classes.
I mean, you're talking about divine intervention here. I gotta pick the guy.
Wow. All right.
Or he's gonna lose, and I will forever not forgive him. But I'm gonna go with divine intervention on this one, dude.
KO or decision?
Hey, man,
this is a 3-round fight. I think this is a 3-round fight.
I think if the UFC gods are telling this man to take this fight, I'm going all the way. I'm either going all the way or I think he's a lunatic. So I'm going all the way and thinking he's not.
I got to be honest with you. After speaking with him yesterday for 15 minutes,
oh, damn it.
He might be a lunatic.
Okay.
He might be a lunatic.
All right.
He's it was one of the stranger interviews I've ever had. It really was. Because he very much wasn't into it early on, but we grabbed him, we grabbed him in with the turtle. You know? Because he had because I can tell you how he offended me.
Oh, yeah.
He had this video that came out because there's been a lot of weird stuff around this card.
Yes.
Right? Where Yuri Prohashka has accused Alex Pajeda of using spirits to win fights. He's accusing him of using spirits to win these fights, evil spirits. And Pajeda, he is like he's a I want to call him a hippie, but he's like he's a samurai. He goes off he lives in the woods, you know. And then you have Ortega, who's like training with tape over his mouth. And I asked him, I said,
yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with that? And he goes, he was offended that I asked. He's like, why is everybody so interested in this? And I said, just to him respectfully, Brian, because it's a little strange.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, you know, powerlifters have been doing it for a long time.
Have they?
Keeps you calm while you train. So I don't want to get too amped up. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was expecting, I don't want the spirits to exit out of my mouth.
I don't know. But Brian Ortega.
This is strange.
But he's really good. But Diego Lopez has been. I'm going Ortega.
Oh, are you? After all that? Ortega? You know what, though? Again, divine intervention, man. This whole card seems like it's going to be about the spirits.
Yeah. And then Ian Gary, Michael Venom Page.
Now, what do you think about that one? Has Ian Gary really had a test?
Not one that I haven't been as impressed with Ian Gary.
Yeah.
And you know, he's done some training down here in Deerfield.
Yeah.
I think he's been a little bit underwhelming his last couple of fights, you know. And so does he have this big performance against with MVP? I feel like this could be possibly a very boring fight. So then I talk about like, all right, what about the reach? You know, Ian Gary, he's 6'3".
Yeah.
MVP coming into this fight he bounces all over the place. He's so weird the way that he fights guys, right?
We still didn't even get a chance to see because him and Kevin Holland faced off in that 299, and it was kind of like they both were like kind of weird.
I just feel like this is set up for some reason. I feel like this is going to be a boring fight, and I feel like this is set up for MVP by decision. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Ian Gary by decisions plus 155. That's the number one method. MVP. Really? It's a 3-round fight. MVP, he's plus 250. KOs, they're each plus 450. I don't know. I think they're just too good of strikers to get caught with something that's really going to knock them out. Unless there's like an MVP flying knee that Ian Gary doesn't see.
I just think like MVP.
But Ian Gary doesn't have like that knock you dead power. He really, he's a good striker, but people are like making him up to be the next Conor McGregor. And I just don't see that, dude. I just don't. I think he's talented. Everybody says that he's talented.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I don't think he's going to have that McGregor moment. I think if honestly, if I was more scared of getting knocked out by somebody, I think I'd go MVP. Should we go MVP knockout? Get a little greedy, or go MVP just for the win?
So I think it's going to be MVP decision. But if we're looking for value, and value's in the knockout, go big or go home, baby.
Well, here's what we got. If we go,
never been knocked out though, Ian Gary.
No, he's never. He's undefeated.
Yeah,
he's undefeated. I don't think MVP. MVP's been knocked out once. Douglas Lima back in 2019, long time ago. Doug Lima was a good fighter too.
Pre-COVID doesn't exist.
If we go Pajeda KO, Ortega KO, an MVP win.
I like that. That's good.
That's plus 2,500. What, your whistle enough?
It does. I mean, it's damp. My whistle is damp, but I like to go crazy.
Yeah.
Is there another one we can add in there? Is there anything else?
I'll tell you a dog who also I like. I think our boy Lionheart's getting disrespected. Being the underdog to Delitse. Delitse is not a light heavyweight. He's coming up in weight. Took this fight last minute. Lionheart feels like Anthony Lionheart Smith feels like he's got something going on here. So I'll throw him on there as well. Add that one on? If I add him just to win, plus 5,600.
Now we're talking, dude. Now we're talking.
All right, but we need 2 KOs. Are we too greedy there?
No, those are understandable. One of them is divine intervention, and the other one is using spirits.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
It's true.
When you're right, you're right. What's $10 amongst friends?
What is $10 amongst
$10 to win $570?
Come on.
My fancy is tickled.
My fancy is tickled.
My fancy is tickled.
This is good.
My fancy is tickled.
All right, we'll take a break. Cat Talk coming up next. can. Oh, found one.
Oh, nice.
We always got our
clutch.
We always got our fantasy vibe in here.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Florida Panther. Wait, we got to say your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers.
Well, why didn't you?
Because I'm bad at my job. Figgy.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
So what did you take issue with my Bam Adebayo interview with me and Leroy? We were having a good time, and you said you were uncomfortable.
We're being a little dicey.
Wow.
Because you were like, they're good, but like it was kind of like forced.
That I said he was
kind
good?
of it was awkward. It was kind of like, you know, you had to be nice and say,
yeah,
you're good. Nice. You're good.
I mean,
he used your little high pitch.
He is good. What do you wait?
Okay.
He is no D-Wade.
Okay, all right.
That's an insult?
No, but it's just the way you came about it. Like, whatever happened to always Bam?
Right. I felt like the whole interview was always Bam. I thought we were having a good time. I didn't realize he took offense that I didn't have enough of his enough Bam representation on the home set.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't know one of those little Funko Pops were Bam.
It's hard to see them. It's hard to see them.
Hard to see. You need more of his face.
All right, I will figure out how to get more Bam Adebayo, as if there's not enough Bam Adebayo coverage from old Tobes. We will find out. We will find out how to get Bam more coverage and more Bam Adebayo.
You should. He's a friend of the show.
In the midst of the close set. In the close set. Yeah. So parade is coming up on Sunday. Are you going, JFig? Are you going to go to the parade, or are you going to just watch it from home, or listen to it on the ticket, or on QAM? Excuse me.
Wow.
Go back.
This is second time you mentioned the ticket today.
-1.
Sometimes the Panthers get me thinking about the ticket, because that was the first thing I did at the ticket.
Oh, Panthers?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, what did you what are you going to make it out?
I will be there, yes.
Oh, nice. That means you have to leave your home at about 4 a.m.
You realize, yes,
yeah.
Realize that there's going to be a lot of like Marcos was asking, like, hey, we're at 10 a.m. broadcast. The parade starts at 11. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that?
And the ceremony is at 1.
Does it start at 11 or does it start at 11?
Yeah, that's the same. 11. Wink.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's South Florida.
That's what Jimmy Butler. We'll get to some of Jimmy Butler's comments that have come out. Maybe that's what we need to start doing with the Heat. But Jimmy Butler. But the Panthers parade starts at 11. Our broadcast starts at 10. I feel like I should get there at like 8. I don't even know. Like, based on what I saw at Raising Cane's, I can't imagine what this crowd is going to look like on A1A coming up on Sunday.
I got a friend who's actually starting a business. He'll be taking people over the bridge. He bought a tandem bicycle. So if you have just a party of one, you can join the tandem bicycle. He has a basket in the front. You can sit in the front too. It's going to be cheaper than Uber. Uber rates are going to be sky high to get over to the parade. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
It's going to be rough.
For sure. I got a parking pass, though. I'm good. I'm in.
Now, do you think there's going to be issues on the way out?
Well, you brought this up, and I don't know. Because then I'm thinking to myself, because maybe I should find, if that is the case, should I find another place to park? Because I do, my aunt lives down very close to A1A.
Yeah.
I could always park at her house and get my fat ass to walk over the beach. But I don't really know how close she is to Bo campers. I'm not really close, because
Bo's advice was actually he was telling Hollywood to take a water taxi.
Oh
yeah, that's another option as well. Take some.
Can I take the Jungle Queen?
I recently took
my boy Todd from Jungle Queen. Can I go with Maui the lemur? And you man, can we have a lemur out at the parade?
Okay, hold on.
This isn't a circus.
You're asking for a little bit too much.
Just ask the lemur. Put him in the cup. Put the lemur in the cup.
Oh, we need a lemur in the cup, dude. A lemur. Who do you think? So, like, is it on one bus? Is it going to be the whole team, or are they going to be on multiple floats? And who gets the cup? Because this isn't a Tom Brady situation where you could throw that thing.
Correct. And I know there's no floats. I know there's all buses. I think since Bob had to go to Vegas, he's the one.
I haven't seen Bob get to hold this damn
He
cup
hasn't had much time.
since Barkov handed it to him. I want Sergei Bobrovsky to get. I feel like that's going to be the biggest chant. I think the parade should Bobby. I think that's going to be numero uno. Everyone's going to be crazy for Bob.
Unless Barkey starts his own chants again.
That's true.
Barkey.
He is adorable.
He is adorable.
He is adorable.
You know, more pictures of 11 are surfacing, and it is hysterical to look at.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I heard
one time.
The Twitter streets were saying that they were acting debaucherous.
Yeah, I get it.
That these cats know how to party.
Yeah. I'm sure at the end of the night, though, they compensated whoever they needed to. I'm sure they tipped graciously, and I'm happy that they're enjoying themselves because they earned it.
Absolutely.
Been a long couple years.
Oh, man. All right. Other headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto.
We know trucks.
Today, we'll have Kalel Ware. He's going to get introduced to the media over at the arena today, so he'll get the tour.
I kind of noticed that's a new pronunciation. Is that the one we're going with?
I think I'm going with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going. I still don't know.
Because it's like Kel-El.
I don't know. I'm very scared. I don't know.
Yeah,
it feels like, I think he wants to be Kalel. But if you know what, I'm workshopping it, everybody. If I don't know it, give me a break, and I'll do what I did with Omer Yurtsevin. When I finally get to sit down with the kid, I'll ask him.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. I mean, we've had those moments before. A-Chain.
Yeah, I don't want him to do a certain. Just tell us how you want it. If he wants to be Kalel, then be Kalel.
I'll call you what you want, baby.
Yeah, whatever you want. Now the Panthers, the Heat. Oh man, I'm all over the place. The Heat. God damn. -1.
-1
place today. Jesus.
Okay, you've been talking a lot, dude.
I have been talking a lot.
Last couple of days, it's been a long week for you.
The Heat also drafted Pelle Larsson out of Arizona. Swedish.
Yes.
I have referred to him now as Swedish Swish,
which is good. That's pretty good.
Swedish Swish.
Yeah, I'm
Swish.
excited about this kid. This kid looks like he's got the goods. Just intangibles. But I'll tell you what he could do. JFig, he could shoot it. This kid can shoot it. 6'6".
I like it.
I don't know. And then the Gogi tweet. The Gogi.
I think that's what got you the most.
It did. That was the most. I was like, all right, draft research. I didn't really do much on the second rounders, to be honest with you guys. Like, I had the draft show to do. I'm like, we'll figure it out. Basically, whoever we take in the second round, I'm going to say is a home run anyway. So why not I just wait and see who we pick? But we end up doing this little swap ski yesterday. We take this Pelle Larsson, and I'm like, all right, what do we got on Twitter on him? And the first thing I see on his Twitter account, which, by the way, go follow the poor kid. He's got like 1,000 followers. Like, let's go follow him. But I noticed like he doesn't tweet that much. So I scroll back, and there's this thing that said Goran Dragic. He goes, "That's number 9 kid. He's good. He's good."
Okay. I mean, we've already got his blessing.
Did you retweet that?
I did retweet it. I think it got the most retweets it's ever actually had from my retweet because people are going crazy for him now. But I just get the goosies. I like this. I love the Alonzo Mourning picture today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday that got posted on it where Zoe is already taking him under his cultured wing and going to teach him the ways of Heat culture.
You love that Goran connection.
I do. I love the legends. Even though Goran didn't know he was going to be on the Heat, it was 2 years ago. But I imagine but now Gogi can remember. He's like, I always knew it. And he had he did, played a little bit against Jaime, so there's familiarity there. He gets to come in with his teammate on the undrafted side. So I think it's all coming in harmonious for these young guns,
Yeah. By the way, he's up to 1,925 followers.
Keep it going. What's his handle?
At his name. But it's not. I know it's Pelle, but
it looks like Pelle.
Yes, Pelle, and then Larsson is LARSSON.
Yep.
_ And that's also his Instagram, too, if you're interested in following him.
Ooh, boots on the gram.
Boots on the gram.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy's out today. That's okay. He deserves it. Heading off into a weekend. We got some bets in for UFC 303.
We're going to be rich.
For our MMA fans out there, if you're looking for a little program, not much sports going on, right? If you want to listen to a little programming tomorrow on the BetQL network and on the Odyssey app, Tapped Out coming your way 7 to 9. We got Brian Ortega. We got Anthony Lionheart Smith joining the show. Yeah. Myself and Sean Levine, my co-host there. So if you guys are looking for that. And then Sunday, we have the parade coverage coming for you, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Myself, Hollywood, Danny Rabinowitz from the Joe Rose Show, and the big dog himself, Joe Rose, will be there along as well.
More importantly, though.
Yes, sir.
Me.
And Frog Boy. Frog on the street.
Yeah, Frog on the street.
Frog on the street is going to be out there. Soupy. What are you going to be wearing? You going to be wearing some Panthers swag?
Yes, I will be wearing my red 560 QAM Panthers collaboration.
Ooh, I like that.
So I'll be easy to spot. Actually, I won't because everyone will be wearing red. But, you know, fun. Her Power 96 will be mixing as well in Beach Place. Something downtown Murphy's. I forgot what the guy's name is. Either way, it's
O'Keefe Murphy.
It sounds about right. Celtics fan Murphy.
I did laugh the other day because I saw the Heat draft party.
Yeah.
And I'm not making fun of you, sir, because you're a great Heat fan, but I did see a guy who had a custom Heat jersey that said Sully on the back. I said, surprising. Surprising. Not as surprising as the dog wearing a Jaime Jaquez jersey.
Oh,
that one caught me off guard. Great dog.
Good dog.
Get Scooby a Jaime Jaquez jersey, JFig.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna have to be a real custom size because that boy's small.
Jaime Barquez.
Point.
All right.
No, it's not.
Point.
-1.
In spirit of Leroy, he probably would have shot that one down.
I liked it.
He would have been like, really?
You know what Scooby likes after the show?
What's that?
A Jaime Jaquez.
Whoa, come on.
Come on. That's not a point. You guys have too much liberties with that.
Speaking of Jaime, this has just been announced. Jaime has been named to the USA select team.
What?
And so he is going to go to Vegas, and he's basically he's on the scrimmage team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Tyler was on that. Tyler was on the USA select team back when Bam won with Tokyo. So Jaime is going to be on the Jaime is on the USA select team. The team just tweeted that out. Speaking of the Miami Heat, some things making the rounds of Jimmy Butler world. He did an interview, or I don't know, an interview a bit with Camila Cabello. Camila Cabello. How do I say her name?
Camila
Cabello.
Camila
Cabello.
Oh, I don't think it's that.
No?
I think that's horse.
That's horse.
Is it Camila Cabello?
No, it's a Bayo.
You know, now you're confusing me. It's Camila Cabello.
Cabello.
Camila
Havana,
Cabello.
Sure.
Call me senorita.
I will.
No, you're normally better at Spanish than this.
But her name shakes me a little bit because I don't know. And now we have
it's her fault.
And now we have Pelle Larsson, even though it's Bella.
Yeah, see,
no one's gonna call him that in the Heat. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Pelle."
You know what the problem is between both of these names?
Yep,
they have multiple L's,
right?
But they're pronounced differently.
Confusing. You can understand my confusion.
Yeah, I get it.
Camila Cabello.
She's Italian.
We know Cabello. We know that she is friends with Jimmy Butler. She showed up to a game this year, right?
She's a mush.
Yeah.
Well, yes, she did. She's a friend of the team. Well, Jimmy at least.
Right. She sat down with Jimmy. They were playing a game of horse.
There
was
Cabello was playing Caballo.
Exactly, dude.
Wow.
That's a point.
You're gonna confuse him more.
Oh, that's a point, dude.
So Jimmy and Camila Cabello were doing a game of Caballo, and in the midst of it, Jimmy Butler called out the fans because He was asked about the best and worst part of Miami. And we got honest Jimmy.
Wow. And then the worst part, to me, our fans never show up one time. They never show up one time.
You know why, though? Because that's Latin people.
And I'm just like, damn. I want it to be rocking from, like, the jump ball.
Except
Fans,
that
come
they're
on.
late.
We need y'all. Go in.
I feel like that was expected.
Yeah, and that's okay. If that's the
He
biggest criticism,
definitely had to say that because she's Hispanic herself.
He didn't have to say that. I mean, he didn't.
Come on,
have
it's like
to
the
do that.
common joke.
He
Though.
could say, well, I mean, and that's why I would expect a little bit more out of Jimmo because, we already know the stereotypes all around. I mean, listen, it's honest, Jimmy. I get it, but you could be a jerk, and I could be like, well, I would like you to show up a little early too, as if don't miss 15 games before Christmas every year. One could say that.
No.
One could say
that.
One
I want you
could
to
say
clip
that.
that.
One could say, hey, Jimmy Butler has about we don't miss a dozen games every October, November, December. Wow. One could say that. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's cute. You think it's funny. You're going to get us, you're going to get us laughed at again. Jimmy, we've already had a pretty tough month because, these rat bastard Celtics came down here parading around at the trophy. And I just want to say, as an aside, Jimmy, I fully supported you getting your extension, even though now you're going into contract mode. So I just want to be clear. I don't call you out often. I would have gone in a different direction there, sir.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Would have gone in a different direction
But it's
there.
truthful, it's
Because
just
not that bad. About
I think some fans might want to say, I would like to know if Jimmy Butler coming to the game, rolling the dice, is he going to be playing? I would like to know that if I were a fan. But it's okay. It's okay. I get it. Hey, it's not unfair criticism because I go to all the Heat home games.
Yeah.
I agree. I would like it to be easier and more fans to be there right from the jump. That's why the Heat will lie to you on start times. They know this is an issue. What was the game this year? There was a game this year. They started at like a stupid time. I want to say it was a play-in game. I think it was the second play-in game. Did they start it at like 5:00?
Oh, it was a weird.
I think it was the second play-in game, and they showed it. They started at a really bad time. I was like, oh, this is gonna be brutal.
To be fair, there's a lot of traffic and construction in the area.
Totally agree, JFig. Not an easy building to park at. Not an easy building to get into.
Exactly. To find
So,
parking.
is it untrue what Jimmy's saying? It's not untrue. Would I like him telling Camila Cabello? Camila Cabello.
Please.
Camila
Just say
Cabello.
please.
Would I like him to be joking about it with her?
Okay.
Not really, dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
In fact, I would like you to keep the jokey jokes to yourself, okay? Because, and this is just me, is it just you? A little spotty with when you show up, dude. I mean, like, it would be nice if the fans knew after the Miami Open is here, who's going to be in the starting lineup, and it not to be a game of roulette.
Wow.
Maybe that's why we show up late.
Maybe that is why we show up late. I'm just saying. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't badger your own fan base. If you wanted to say what's the worst part of Miami, obviously Jimmy Butler, it's the traffic and the drivers. Which, by the way, you want to know something?
Yes.
I don't drive on the Palmetto very much.
Okay.
It's not where I have to go.
Yeah.
Wow. I had
The Palmetto versus I-95.
Wow.
No, because he's talking about that stretch, and you're familiar with this, Fig, because the Improv is right in that area too. You must have had to take it south to get to Dolphin Mall.
Yeah.
And you must have taken it at around 6 p.m.
Yeah. Oh,
Look,
was that the fastest way to go,
bro?
I have the trick for you, but I'm not going to say it on air because then
please
people are going to know,
Good
But I got a
God.
trick for you.
That was the longest 13 miles I've ever had to go in my life.
When I tell you, and this is hard to explain to people,
It's
obviously
actually a nightmare there.
we have to deal with the morning Golden Glades, right? And we start at 10 o'clock, which means if you're traveling over to work at around that time, it's maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9 something. And again, jam-packed, probably one of the worst times to take the Golden Glades. Then when I gotta go to the Improv, I'm taking the Palmetto southbound at around 6:30. It is also the worst time to take that, dude.
Dude, I don't know.
It's really hard if you're coming from
south
or if you're coming from north. Like it does not help.
It's bad. It's really bad.
But I still find it with my little secret. I find coming from north a little easier.
All right, cool. Please.
Let's see what else we got.
Give you the secret.
Somebody says you're lashing out, Tobin. If Jimmy doesn't call us out, we will never beat the narrative. Wrong. Okay,
we're not gonna beat.
Let me just say, the damage is done, my friend.
For sure. Absolutely.
Like it's not gonna matter. The damage is done. You're not gonna fix Miami fans coming anywhere later or South Florida fans coming anywhere later. It's not gonna matter. It's gonna be like that when it could be, Jimmy Butler Jr. It could be Bam Adebayo Jr. It could be Tyler Hero. Harlem Hero will be starting for the Miami Heat in 20 years. And we're going to be talking about late fans. It just is what it is. I don't need the star of the team saying that. I don't. And I never call Jimmy out. I never call Jimmy out. Wow. I love Jimmy Butler.
You're really taking this one, huh?
I don't like that.
That's rough.
You can think
He kind of hears this.
You can
and
think
then calls
it.
you out during media day.
You can call me out. I have no problem. He can think it.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell Camila Cabello. Okay. You don't have to tell her.
Yeah. And what's interesting is you're actually one of the early people. So you're not even speaking. You're not even speaking on your behalf.
I know it's not. No, I'm doing.
They call him Punctual Tobes.
Dude, I am there. You want to know why? I hate traphic. That's why.
No,
I get there early.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot.
On time.
I wish. Do I wish South Florida would understand traffic down here sucks a little bit more? But people have jobs. What do you want me to do?
For sure.
So I think here's what the deal should be.
All right.
I will call out the fans, Jimmy. I will call out the fans.
Okay.
And I will get them out professor. You only miss 10 games next year.
Okay.
And then we can truce.
But
compromise.
But what if what if he has a, not a serious season-ending injury, but what if he needs serious, for example, all the back-to-backs, you can go ahead and count that out right there, right? That's already 10 games.
Why do I have to count that out?
I mean, do you want him playing back-to-backs?
What's more embarrassing, Jimmy saying it or ESPN? Jimmy! What's more embarrassing? Jimmy says it.
Yeah, your own
ESPN's going to say, they're going to make their jokey jokes. That's why it's more embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's why it's more embarrassing. Now, Jimmy also had another comment to say.
Yeah.
Here he was when asked about his toughest opponent.
Who is your toughest opponent in the NBA right now?
My toughest opponent in the NBA. Man, toughest opponent in the NBA is Father Time. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. And I know I can compete with the best of them. But as you get older, stuff happens, your body doesn't hold up as well, all of that good stuff. So I would say Father Time. I still feel great at the age of 34 going on 35. But Father Time is undefeated, so they say.
So they say.
I don't like this interview.
Oh,
I don't like this interview. I don't like this interview. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't like this interview. I don't like it.
You're putting handcuffs.
I don't like it. Father Time is your toughest opponent.
Yeah, that's good. That means he doesn't see.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't it? What would you prefer? He said Kawhi Leonard.
Yes.
Really?
In fact, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want him to pick a player?
Yes. Okay. Father Time. That is the wrong, especially in the midst of negotiations, Jimmy. Why would you say that? I mean, did he know that this interview was coming out and that's why he stopped extension talks?
That could be it.
What a terrible answer.
Maybe because in his mind, he's he still thinks he's young. And
oh my God.
This is not new knowledge, guys. Father Time gets everyone.
It's true.
You're thinking a little too into it.
JFig, but this is again, sometimes it's okay to think it and not say it. Sometimes it's okay. Honesty is sometimes the best policy, but sometimes withholding is the best policy.
That doesn't.
Is it? I mean,
off the tongue,
it's out there.
Just keep it inside, dude. And Camila, Stop messing up Jimmy Butler.
Hey, she is the problem, really. If we're really diving into this, she is the
I
problem.
feel like you should blame the people that are organizing this. I think you should leave her out of
magazine.
it. Yeah, because
channel.
both parties have to agree on this, and this is why it comes out.
Does anyone read a magazine anymore?
I don't even know. I've never even seen a copy of Complex magazine.
Like ever?
No.
Is it just digital?
I know the channel. Like I see the digital, but
I don't know they had a digital. But I do remember their old, like, you know, you go to CVS or something like that. They got a whole wall of magazines. Man, you know, you go through the cover. It's okay. Why would I pay for this? I just read it.
Dade South says Tobin wants to give Father Time an extra $60 million. I did. I do. Okay. But, you know, he's decided, no, never mind. I'm going to go make you pay and pay him $240 million. Wow, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
He's just being honest.
Fine.
What's crazy is you had less of a problem with 22 looks good in purple and yellow. You had less of a problem with that.
I didn't have a problem with it.
See,
because it is what it is. Like he knows what he's doing. Like he's gonna, you know, when Jimmy Butler.
What's the difference here? It's the same thing.
Because Jimmy Butler's not,
doing.
Because Jimmy Butler in purple and gold, he's trolling. And this one, I think we got honest Jimmy here, and I don't want honest Jimmy.
Oh wow, you can't handle the truth.
I can handle. I already know the truth. I already know the truth. If your friend is a drunk,
everyone knows the truth.
If your friend is a drunk, do you have to run up the score and tell him, and be like, "Hey, Carl, you might want to stop knocking back so many drinky poos. It's not going well for you right now. Life is spiraling." Maybe I can tell that to him, but he kind of knows too. All right, we already know the damage is done.
Some people need to hear it.
Carl's wife left him. Okay,
wow.
Carl's kids hate him. Jeez. All right, he lost his job. Do I also have to profess to Complex and Camila Cabello that Carl is a drunk? Okay, I know the fans show up here late.
Are Heat fans, Carl? Is that what you're
I know the Heat fans show up late. I know. I'm aware. We're all aware. Yeah. Do I need the star blasting it out there saying it's the worst?
Okay. I mean, you're doing a little much. It's just a simple, candid interview.
I feel like he's stretching this.
We're playing a game of Caballo.
Simple. Cabello.
No. She's playing Caballo.
Playing Caballo, though.
Oh, okay.
Which is many more letters, by the way. This is the first L or the second L. I can't tell. Yeah. But he's just being candid, Jimmy. He's just being honest. And if
less
anything,
candid,
why? How come you allow Pat Riley to be so candid, huh?
How can I allow him to be? Yeah, I didn't like what Pat Riley said.
Well, you caused him to say.
I didn't know. That was another thing I wanted him to shut up. I didn't want Pat Riley to say that.
I just want everyone to just lie to each other.
Yes,
you were basically Camila Cabello in this situation.
The only person that I want honest is Bam Adebayo telling Leroy that I'm going to smoke him in dominoes.
And Gogi when he breaks into.
Do you want to know why? I'll give you a perfect example.
Yep.
In the Bam Adebayo interview,
all right,
when Leroy is making fun of Udonis Haslem's gray hair.
Yes.
And Bam's like, "Hey man, I'm not you're not going to get yelled at about this. I'm going to get tagged along with this because I'm in this interview." That's a pro.
Yeah.
That's a pro. He may think it.
He's had media training for sure.
He may think it. Is he going to say it?
That was good. He bounced around that question pretty well. And it's true. UD will hit him up.
Dade South says, it's like Tobin saying enough of JJ Redick while talking about JJ Redick, just bringing more attention to it. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, true.
Of course.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Had Bam Adebayo on the show early. If you guys missed it, we'll bring that to you next hour as well.
He was good.
He was good. He was really, really good. Let us get to the mixed bag.
Let's do it.
The mixed bag is brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future.
All righty then. Guys and Figgy, what are the robots doing?
Taking over?
They're taking our jobs.
Okay.
I don't like it.
They are taking our jobs. AI's getting scary. Are you guys familiar with AI and all the wonders that it is able to do?
Yes.
As you know,
and scary things to do.
Very scary things. When
Terrifying.
it was first it was like, oh, hey, cool. This thing could answer questions, or it could write your paper, your thesis paper, if you will.
Yep.
Now things seem to be progressing as NBC to use an AI generated version of Al Michaels' voice during the Summer Olympics.
Really?
That is where we are at with technology.
All right.
They plan to use an artificial clone. And initially, Michaels, who's 79, not very familiar with this technology, was very skeptical until he heard the AI-generated version of his speaking voice, which is capable of greeting viewers by name.
They got a lot of reference points they could use for that too. So like the more data you have and the more Al Michaels clips you have,
absolutely,
the better the AI.
Let's go ahead and hear more about this.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to your daily Olympic recap, your personal rundown of yesterday's most thrilling Olympic moments. Since you're a swimming fan, let's head right to the pool. Team USA secured a stunning victory in the men's 4x100 meter medley relay, smashing the world record. Over at the diving venue, Krista Palmer showcased resilience and skill, overcoming past knee surgeries to qualify for the women's springboard final. Meanwhile, a tough break for Canada's Pamela Ware as a failed final dive scored 0, ending her bid for the final. Check out these highlights from yesterday's action.
Let me get this straight, dude.
Yeah.
That's not Al Michaels.
That was not Al Michaels, my friend.
I don't like this.
That was not Al Michaels.
He's angry.
I don't like it.
Scooby doesn't like it either.
What are we gonna do? Like, how isn't it gonna get easier to frame people for murder?
Yeah,
you ever worry about that?
Oh, for
like,
sure.
there's a lot of my voice all over the internet, right?
You got 8 years, 4 hours. Of time.
What if somebody tries to frame me, dude? And they use just all the podcasts, all the YouTube videos that we have of this time, and like, they frame old Tobes.
I'm working on it.
Pretty soon you're gonna start blaming AI for all your little flip flops.
Oh, that's good. Look at that.
I don't like it.
Positive.
Although that does get me out of boxing.
Although
you kind of are like AI, you are a bastard because you'll do that and take my stuff out of context anyway.
No.
Hey, I'm
She
always ahead of the
definitely uses a truth and nothing but the truth.
No, that's not true. That's not true. So even Scooby knows you're a liar.
Scooby, you're supposed to be on my side, dude. Peacock estimates that nearly 7 million personalized variants of the recap could be streamed across the U.S. during the games, drawing from NBC's 5,000 hours of live coverage. So imagine that. You can go home and, hey, Brendan, I know you're a fan of show poniness. Here's what happened. And there you go. You got Al Michaels in your pocket now, dude.
I don't like it.
I mean,
I don't like that. No.
Okay. What about if you can get anyone though, let's say you're changing Al Michaels' voice. Is there anyone's voice who you'd like to have, maybe?
No, I like the real voice.
Just to tell me about my day.
Yeah, just give you a recap.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley. Yeah, look at that. See, now we're talking. AI can tell you.
I'd like it to be Mike McDaniel, but it'd take too long.
Oh, definitely. If it's Pat Riley, it sounds like this.
You need to work on that. That's just not it.
I think it's getting better, actually.
What else you got? What else is in the mixed bag?
All right. If I had to ask you both, JFig, who do you think is going to be the NFL MVP this year?
Easy.
Wow.
Leroy Horde.
Oh, that's a good pick. He's good. He's good, but not eligible. Tobin, who do you think is going to be MVP this year?
MVP for the 2024 NFL season, quite obviously, Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay. See, and these are
all valid
points for sure. I could probably ask you guys 100 times who you think MVP would be, and you'll never pick this name. But according to Trey McBride,
who
exactly? Kyler Murray.
Really?
May have an MVP season.
Give me the best elevator pitch for Kyler Murray, MVP candidate in 2024.
Yeah, this is my third year with him now, and he seems more motivated than ever. He's a guy who's bringing everyone together. We're throwing every weekend. We're getting everyone together, and he's in the building, first one in, last one out. You know, he's one of those guys who's doing everything the right way, and this is the most confident I've seen him. This is his first year that I've been fully healthy with him. He's fully healthy. I think everything's trending in the right way. He has a ton of weapons out there, and I have full confidence that he's capable of an MVP season.
I had no idea that was the Cardinals tight end.
I tell you what, I thought it was his quarterback's coach.
I thought it was too. I was like, who the hell is Trey McBride?
Yeah, exactly.
You'll excuse me. Although I'm not watching a lot of Cardinals lately. And also, but you know who you should go to for that? Strangely, anytime we have a fantasy draft, Leroy loves taking Cardinals.
What?
It's very weird.
Why? Like, I can't even think of
the last one that I did with him. He took like 3 Cardinals. I'm like, Leroy, they're the Cardinals.
What are you doing, Leroy? Love it. Absolutely love it. Kyler Murray on the short list for MVPs.
What are his odds? Do we have any idea?
Kyler Murray MVP odds. It just says slim.
Give us one more in the next
plus
bag.
5,000.
All right, we'll get it on it. What's Tua's odds? Do you have any idea?
Let's see. I feel like it should be higher, right?
Higher than 5? No, Tua's got. Yeah,
oh my God, no, it is higher.
Really?
Plus 10,000.
Really?
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Tua was the leader last year.
I know. He's plus 5,000 in regards to offensive.
So you're telling me Kyler Murray has better odds to win MVP than Tua Tagovailoa by a lot?
Actually, I think I know why that makes sense though. If there is success for the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is going to get the credit. If there's success for the Dolphins, there's so many other factors that weigh into it that people aren't going to give Tua the credit he deserves. Look at me saying that.
I guess. I mean, yeah, there was that split vote thing with Tyreek Hill last year, but still, Tua was the leader at one point.
You know, though, if I go to BetMGM, they have his odds at plus 2,500. It was Fox Sports that had him listed at plus 10,000.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, and I see Tua at plus 3,000.
All right.
And I see Kyler Murray at plus 5,000. That's according to FanDuel.
Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense. Plus 10,000 is ridiculous. What are we doing here?
BetMGM. I think I'm on that show tonight, too. I gotta stop talking.
Hey, man, give it a rest, dude. You're gonna need some.
I'm tired.
And then hey, buddy, you're on Sunday as well. It's Saturday.
Why did I
Sunday.
agree?
And you're on tomorrow.
You are.
Why did I agree?
You need a day. You need a day. You came back from Peanut Island tired.
I'm going to Peanut Island tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
When are you gonna have the time?
I don't know. I'm doing a podcast with an octopus.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Pelle Larsson.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Octopus,
Wow.
I think you got monstrous capabilities, and I love the fact that the Heat legend Warren Duggins also thought Pelle Larsson
Yeah.
Oh no.
had something special 2 years ago. So I think Adam Simon has done it again. The Heat win the draft, and much like you, they are chameleons. They can camouflage and find anything, Mr. Octopus.
Yes, there you go.
This has been the Peanut Island Underwater Podcast.
That's great.
Gotta say, we understood most of that.
Yeah, for sure.
That was very
And
good.
The host there, too. That's, much like you. Much like yourself.
Oh, man. All right. We'll take a break. Back after
Yeah. No cap.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up till 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Let's see. We got a NBA deal, a couple NBA deals that went down today. Immanuel Quickley. He has signed a 5-year, $175 million contract with the Toronto Raptors. Immanuel Quickley is going to make $35 million a year.
Who did he even?
NBA, man. NBA's got some crazy money thrown out there.
It's absolutely wild.
Crazy money. What else do we got? We got the Mavericks. Not surprised by this. The Mavericks have traded Tim Hardaway Jr. to the Pistons for Quentin Grimes. They traded Tim Hardaway and 3 second-round picks of the Pistons for Quentin Grimes. He is in the final year of his 4-year, $75 million deal. He is going to make $16 million this year, but did not play.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of his playing time on this finals run. His dad was kind of the Heat legend. He was not too pleased about it. And actually, by the way, he was the last Dade player to get drafted. So that streak was finally snapped by Devin Carter recently. But Tim Hardaway Jr. got traded to the Pistons. That's hard. Oof.
Yeah, and I'm looking at they gave up. Not only did they give away Tim Hardaway, they gave up 3 second-round picks. Is that what you said?
Yep.
And I'm looking at Quentin Grimes' numbers, and I mean, he played 6 games last year.
They basically just said, kick rocks, go to the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a different situation? How about this situation?
Strange.
Maybe a buyout year.
Pistons.
Listen, hey, Tim, a little buyout option, and a little sweetener.
Would you let him wear number 10?
That's up to his dad.
That'd be pretty cool, right?
That's up to his dad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with him wearing number 10, but that's up to Pops.
Papa.
That's up to him. Does he wear number 10 now currently? Is that his number? What does he wear? Yeah, he does wear number 10. Ooh. Yeah, if you wanted to come here, I think that's like the one thing. Like that's the one
I'll take him.
That's the one place where I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean,
like remember when Chris, people were like, "Oh, what if we do?" No, you don't get to wear. You don't get to wear
Wade's
D-Wade's
son?
number. No.
Okay.
If a D-Wade's son, he were to play, okay, I'd be cool with that.
Nice.
I'd be cool with that. But Chris Paul, I'm not really thrilled with Ware wearing 7. I really think we need to revisit putting Gogi in the rafters.
Is he? He's wearing 7?
He's wearing 7.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that. If anything, I would give 7 to Gogi's homeboy, or not his homeboy, the guy up Pelle.
Oh yeah, Pelle Larsson. You would give him 7
because I mean, at least Goran's familiar with his game, has a history with him, kind of passing the torch to the other European superstar. But you know what? To each his own, I guess.
We got another thing from Woj here. He says Golden State and Chris Paul intend to move back the date of the guarantee of his contract. It says Chris Paul's due $30 million this year, but they have a deadline to buy him out for 5. And they're trying to make a move. Here's why. Because obviously you want to match salaries, so they want to have a big salary to trade. So let's say they want to go trade for Paul George.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Right.
I got you.
So
a reunion, huh? Get them back on the Clippers.
Something like that. Let's just say that's a thing.
Nice.
Let's say that becomes a thing. You want to have that trade chip, and today's the deadline to decide. So I guess they are allowed to push back that deadline.
This goes
to
away.
work out a trade.
If this goes away, that it's.
I got to tell you, I completely forgot that Chris Paul was on the damn Warriors last year.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh yeah, completely forgot about it.
Do you think where does he rank in your opinion if things go the way they're probably going to go in regards to NBA players that did not win a championship? Do you think he's going to go ahead and be in that top 5?
I'd have to look at what the list is now. I'm really bad at rankings, but yeah, he's up there. I mean, he's one of the greatest point guards of all time, of course.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, you got your Stockton Malones, but
Stockton Malone,
Barkley,
listen, Jimmy's right there right now. Jimmy's getting in there.
Well, that's not going to last long.
Nah, I don't think so. The contract year, Jimmy's going to be a different beast.
Different beast.
A different beast, dude. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something special. But that is it. It's intriguing. The only reason this is intriguing, I think, for Woj is because if they want more time to make a deal, it means like they got some nibbles, right?
Yeah.
So that to me speaks to, okay, the Warriors are up to something if they need to elongate this deadline to allow to move him at his full number. Now, I don't think if he gets, here's the thing. I don't think that carries over. So the new team that he goes over can't buy him out. I mean, they could buy, but they can't buy him out of that number. So,
okay.
But I think if he gets traded, I think it's at that number of 30.
Which is good. That essentially that would be the Warriors benefiting by having that big salary to trade, and also by doing right by Chris, I guess. Yeah. And a real quick look at the
also Chris Paul makes less than Immanuel Quickley.
That's crazy, right? Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Steve Nash are top 5 on this list here. Do you think Chris Paul takes any of those players' lists?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think. I mean, there's definitely arguments there with Nash and Stockton for him. I mean, he's a, Chris Paul is an absolute legend. He really is
for sure.
But I mean, that one Sun series where they were up, like that was his last chance. And the thing is with him, man, he's one where I don't feel like Chris Paul is hurt a lot. I mean, he probably has been now that he's older, but like it always felt like it bit him in the ass at the wrong time.
The worst times.
Like it's always end of the year hamstring for Chris Paul. And he's just not. And then like, so I don't know if that's just his body because of the size that he is just broke down by the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoy watching Chris Paul play basketball. I really do.
Even back to the days back when he was in New Orleans. It was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
Yeah, I liked him on New Orleans. But unfortunately for him, he was too greedy and just wanted to keep his number and want to get traded to the Heat.
That literally is bizarre to me. That's so wild.
It's a crazy story. I don't even know if I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, they both said it though. They were the ones who said it.
I understand.
Okay.
People just say things on podcasts these days.
You're just,
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. They do.
You got to be careful with your words, Jimmy.
Still on that, huh? Still not over that.
We'll play a little You Did to Me next.
WQAM.
You're dead to me.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you up until 2 here on the show. Hey, summer's underway, and summer games are coming. Baseball and soccer are here. Before you know it, the NFL training camp is going to be around the corner. We've got a great way for you to watch all the action. Giving away a $250 gift card to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. For your chance to win, go to WQM.com/contests and enter. Simple. Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. So let's get to a little "You Dead to Me" coming on up here. I alluded to this earlier on in the show, but the NHL award show, "You Dead to Me." First of all,
dead to me.
Terrible host. Terrible host. What was his name again?
He ain't gonna make it. Matt Friend.
Terrible. Bum, right, JFig?
Total bum.
You know what? He's a nice guy. I just don't really understand how he got chosen to be a host. It was very random.
Maybe he's a big hockey guy. Maybe he's a big hockey fan.
I didn't
People
know
say that he's good at impressions, but you believe him to be a bum.
I didn't say that. That was you. Let's do
Yes,
your words.
I agree with you.
You believe that this guy stinks.
I agree with you.
And that's a shame. But it wasn't even that he was the worst part. The worst part is you flew Sergei Bobrovsky out there and Mrs. Bobrovsky out to Las Vegas when they should be here celebrating. And what? To give it to Helicopter? To give him the damn Vezina trophy? What a waste of time.
What a waste.
They were looking sharp too.
They did. They look sharp. 2 scoops of adorable, that couple. But I'm just tired of the Bob disrespect. You stole his Conn Smythe. You stole his 3rd Vezina. And what does he have to show for it besides the Stanley Cup and a championship ring? But what does he have to show for it?
Yeah.
You're flying him all over the place.
You're dead to me.
Ridiculous, dude. You're dead to me, NHL award ceremony. Dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Bum.
JFig?
So I also second what you just said.
Oh.
But
you're dead.
I will say we haven't done weather today. And let me tell you guys, it's not looking pretty outside.
Is it?
And this weather is basically dead to me because if they even think, if Mother Nature even thinks to rain on our parade on Sunday,
oh no,
I'm gonna be hurt.
Wow, that's a premature dead to me accusation there.
You're dead to me.
It's thundering over here.
It's on the local report today. Wetness. I'm just
wetness.
I don't know what to make of that. That just seems like South Florida right now.
I was gonna say we're by a beach.
Torrential downpours at all times.
What do they mean by that?
And we don't like it because he can't go on his walk either. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Jaime Jaquez.
No, not twice. All right, you've already gotten your point.
Stop it. That was really bad.
All right. So weather is dead to you. Potential weather is dead to you.
Yeah. Why are you trying to ruin my weekend and our weekend?
All right.
We waited such a long time for the Stanley Cup. Okay.
That weather warning brought to you by the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE. Marcos, who's dead to you?
I have two. I'll say one thing and one person who is dead to me, but 2 separate items on the agenda here.
Okay.
One of them I'm going to keep quick because I understand how polarizing this subject could be. I will not discuss which side and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And we've done a good job of focusing on things much more important, like, Jimmy Butler and Camila Cabello's complex interview. But yesterday,
what could be more important?
A presidential debate took place that, to me, made me feel as if I will no longer watch a presidential debate.
Ever?
You watched it?
No, I watched clips until the point where I literally, literally, I felt so disgusted in what I was witnessing that I just couldn't. I physically could not bring myself to watch it anymore. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and take a break from all debates moving forward. So debates, you're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Now,
I also stopped watching yesterday.
Right, wasn't it? It was abysmal. It was abysmal. I don't want.
What'd you guys hear? Like, what made you stop watching it?
Well, what made me stop watching is the new episode of Love Island USA, which I had to get to because I had to figure out what was going to happen between Leah and Rob. Because man, these two are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
So you're saying it got better?
JFig, you know, they had to infuse. There's a couple things that's weird about this season. All right,
Okay.
One is that they have blended the season with not just Americans, but Americans, Brits, and Australians. So while it is dubbed Love Island USA, they have blended international flavor to it. Also very noticeable that a lot of the people on the show watch the show because all the Americans are trying to use British terms, which is kind of weird. Like
They say
mugged
chat.
off. Let's go
What?
have a chat. I'm like, wait, what? We
What was the first one?
What are we doing?
Mugged off. Mugged off is like, I'm being mugged off. Like, you know, if you were to ask somebody out, and they just like, you mugged them off.
You mugged off the Hawk and
You
Crowder
know,
show.
or I did mug off, but I eventually came back.
Okay.
I eventually came back.
You eventually had
My
a
heart was
chat.
in the right place.
Okay.
But yeah, this season, I don't mean to paint a brush, but the ladies on this season, typically the people I hate on the show mostly are the men.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
This crop of men on this show, they're all very handsome.
All right.
Boring.
No.
No personality except for this kook Rob.
Okay.
He's a snake wrangler.
Oh.
Wait,
He's a
so wait,
real-
Rob, is he from America?
He's from America, but I don't
Okay.
remember where from.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
remember where from.
Snake Wrangler.
Snake wrangler. All right. He's a real kook.
Sounds fun.
These ladies this season on this season of Love Island, and 3 of them are from Miami. One of them got bounced, which was the point of a big controversy because she was in a relationship with Rob, and they felt like she shouldn't have been bounced because she was solid with Rob, and it was Leah who was trying to get revenge on Rob, so they kept Janae, who's everybody's favorite because Janae's a sweetheart.
Everyone loves Janae.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, this crop of 7 ladies,
Yeah. Okay.
wow, they're nuts.
Okay.
Savages?
Nuts. They are, I mean, they're waterworks. I mean, they're crying about everything.
How do they compare to Ekin Sue?
It's like having 7 Ekin-Sus on steroids.
What?
Yeah,
She was. Wow, she was
I'm
alive.
this is the craziest. This is the craziest group of ladies they've ever had. There had been so much crying. I'm like, you've known this person for 2 days.
Real Talk Productions in the chat says Leah is bat bleep.
Oh, she's crazy.
That's crazy.
She's crazy. And then Real Talk also says Andrea. She was with Rob, and then Leah backstabbed her. They dumped her from the island. But this is where you know Rob's a fake snake.
Fake snake.
Because he was like, oh, you guys just sent home 3 people. He didn't leave.
Oh,
got her to step in, dude. I think what I want to do is Leah. I think what I want to do, Andrea, is I want to leave myself open, and I don't want to. But you. I'm like, all right. Man, if you guys found a couple and you guys are happy in a couple, leave the island. It sounds to me like Rob doesn't want to leave Fiji.
Well,
So
Fiji. I didn't realize they were in Fiji.
Wait, it's being done there?
Yeah, this is why I did tune into the debate. You can understand why I have my priorities in life.
Yeah,
I have to
that's fair.
watch actual
Yes.
actual cognitive people go through real life problems at an island on Fiji.
Yes.
And I just, yes, Andrea got dumped for the island. But
Spoiler alert. Thank you, Tobin.
something tells me in true Love Island fashion, when Casa Amor comes back, something
She'll be
tells
back.
me she'll be back. I don't know that for sure because that's
It's a hard island to
episodes.
get out of, you know?
Yeah, it tells me she could be coming back. That's just what I think, just to stir things up. Because Rob, he could have left, but he didn't because he's a phony. He's a phony.
I tell you what, real.
So what
Talk
you're saying is I
Productions-
should watch this?
Who didn't?
Oh, I mean, I love the only thing I could say is a critique, if I could.
Yeah.
You need more Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. I thought she was supposed to host, and the thing is with the host here, like 4 episodes in, they're done with the host, and it kind of drives me nuts. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I need more Vanderpump. Like, let's go.
Ow.
So she's done?
No, she's not done, but like
But
they
it's
don't
just
put
like,
her in
yeah,
the show. They don't like.
barely.
I mean,
and
they
this-
never really put the host. She just comes in randomly.
but
More.
she's the big advertisement. The whole thing is she's there. Like, I need her on the show.
Yeah,
Really.
it's
You
like
need
showing
her.
up to Raising Cane's for 35 minutes.
You realize she's not a
It is like that. It's like I'm being duped.
Yeah, you are.
So that's why I didn't watch the debate last night, because
Correct.
there was a
Great.
new episode of Love Island USA.
For sure.
But
Glad you enjoyed it.
How many episodes are there right now?
like 15.
15.
We're like 15.
15?
Yeah,
When
we're
does
like
it
15.
end?
It's every day.
What do you mean?
Oh,
it's
when does it
every
end? I
day?
don't know. I don't know. 40 episodes or something like that.
What I'm sorry. There's a new episode every day.
Yeah, except for Wednesdays and Saturdays. It's great.
Yo, that production team is cranking it
They
out.
are, dude. I'm very impressed.
Wow.
And you know what the great thing? Here's another thing that they did.
So much
that was
content.
smart.
Yeah.
They brought in the Scottish narrator from the OG Love Island. So they just do him instead of having just the normal. So it really does help having him there.
All right.
He makes the show.
We got a formula going.
They got a formula going. One guy who has a formula going as well, Bam Adebayo. He's good. He's good.
You didn't say it like that. That was not the tone you gave him.
Oh, you're good.
No, dude.
Okay.
No, he's the best. We always appreciate when Bam Adebayo gives us some time, and got a chance to chat with him. Leroy was there as well. We did this after the show yesterday, and he was fantastic. So if you guys missed it, Heat big man Bam Adebayo. He joins us next.
I can talk trash to Tobin. Leroy's here too.
Oh, no. See, I don't want you to think that I'm avoiding you. See,
no, it's all good, bro. You've been ducking me, bro. It's all good.
Hey, you go ahead on and do the do your US thing, right? When you get back.
Okay. But the thing about it is, when I get back, you're still not gonna pay me.
Okay. Now I don't want to have to go at you like Kendrick Lamar.
Let's just go into the interview like this. You guys you've been messaging back like this is we've been sending almost like ravens, like Game of Thrones, because of the Domino's trash talk that has happened since last media day. And the showdown has to happen eventually. Bam Adebayo joining us here on the show. Thanks for joining us, Bam.
For sure. He's been ducking me, man. I really don't appreciate that. Because technology has advanced so much that it's also you have it on your phone. You can get it on your phone.
I need this right here. There's our old school dominoes. I need to look into and see the displeasure when I hit those bones on the table. We're not doing video dominoes so you could just go in the other room. No.
See, like everybody enjoys like before the game starts, they talking about, hitting the dominoes and stuff like that until like at the end of the game, when he's got to look at me and be like, yo, you beat me. And the defeat in his face is kind of like, you see certain fans, leave the arena because, the game's over. It's kind of like, you just kind of shake his hand. It's like, man, like great game.
So you're assuming like this is going to feel like your buzzer beaters where you send a road team home sad. Like that's what Leroy's going to feel in that moment.
Or when like you come in with you come into the game with so much confidence, and then ultimately at the end you lose. It's like it's like
You bringing that same confidence.
I'm not though, because you challenged me. I just said I play dominoes time to time. We play in the house, and it is what it is. And he was like, "You just started off like, well, you can't beat me." All right. Well, at this point, we're gonna find out.
Okay. All right.
This is a showdown that must happen. This is a must.
Hey, so how exciting is it to go to Paris, play with a lot of your friends? That you usually don't get to play with, right? I mean, is that the coolest thing about this? You're competing against most of these guys during the course of the year. Now you get to play with them.
Yeah, I mean, having the opportunity to obviously play alongside some of the guys that are, undoubtedly stamped to be Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't strive to be one of those, I don't know why you're in the sport. So going into this, obviously having the opportunity is going to be amazing. Just soaking up as much knowledge as you can, asking questions, watching dudes, obviously behind the scenes with that work ethic, like understanding what you can take from what they do and add it to your repertoire or your game or your work ethic, and being able to see the game through how they see it. I feel like that's the biggest thing for me, soaking up as much knowledge as possible.
How much do you talk to Spo about have you guys talked about role and things like that? Because you're already a gold medalist with him, but you got some new guys and Bede's on the team this year. So do you feel like you're going to be used different? What have those conversations been like as far as the roster construction for this team?
I feel like I'm one of those people that's like a shapeshifter. You put me in different situations, we'll still figure it out to impact winning.
You've been used to that though, right? You've been
doing that doesn't bother me at all. Just being able to go out there and compete for a gold medal, going out there, because like I've always said, it's not about yourself. When you get in these type of situations, in these rooms, and you're talking about winning something for the country, it's not about you. It's about doing it for the country and being able to sit up there and smile at the top of the podium with the gold medal and understand what you've been through to get there.
Where is your excitement level? Because you got a young Nikola Jovic who's feeling froggy with how he was in Serbia, and their team last year. How much is Bam Adebayo looking forward to going up against Jovic in a potential matchup?
I expect Niko to play like he's never played before because one, like I said, when people go play for their countries, it's a different ball game because they become the number one option, the number two option. You know, it feels like when guys go play for their countries, they become the Michael Jordans of their teams, the Kobe Bryant of their teams, the Elijah ones, the Shaqs, however you want to look at it. They become that guy or the guys because there's nobody to defer to.
Right.
And, you know, seeing Niko, obviously he's on the other team, so I want to beat his ass. But, you know, seeing him grow as a player and as a talent himself is going to be incredible.
Right. I wanted to ask you about the draft because there's no person that's more excited about a 7-footer being drafted than me because I think it gives you the ability to do all the things you can do on a basketball court. Did you kind of feel like, you know, this might free me up a little bit to do more things? Not, you know, just be able to, I've been working on this, or I've been working on this, I've been working on taking guys up. This might give me a chance to do that if we have somebody in the paint.
Yeah, it definitely opens it up to where your mind can go, you know, to places where in the past it couldn't, and being able to expand and grow as a player, but also, you know, seeing his development as a young 7-footer coming into this league because, you know, we're not for everybody. So being able to see him come into this structure and come into this standard of, you know, this is where you have to be every year, and then knowing that the standard always is going to rise, you look at that and you look at the potential in that and understand what we can be in the future.
Yeah, how much are like
went from a short team to a lengthy team in like 6 months, right? you might be the third shortest on the court.
Hey man, it is what it is. And ball games at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How much like does it blow your mind though now? Like it wasn't that long ago that you were the quiet teen on the team, and now you're not only the captain, but like this guy's gonna be looking to you for. So how am I a young center coached by Eric Spoelstra? Like he's going to be looking to you for guidance. So how much does that blow your mind that you're at this point in your career right now?
It just puts it in perspective that I'm getting old. Man.
Oh,
it's just. I mean, it's just.
You old.
You just got. I mean, think about it. Walking into the league at 19, and I'm about to be 27.
Right.
Like one is just like ill because I'm getting closer to 30. Like,
well, here's when I know you've been around for a while, because when they talked about the draft, right, and they talked about who the Heat drafted, they didn't say how he's gonna fit with Jimmy. They say how he's gonna fit with Bam.
Yeah, thanks.
See what I'm saying? And
thanks.
So it like as the team moves forward,
yeah,
start looking at other aspects of it, right? So that's when I know Bam's been around for a minute.
Like I said, man, understanding. I mean, to the point where like it's getting crazy to like when I think about franchise ranks. Like, you know, I came into this league and was like, man, I just want to make enough money to take care of my mom,
right?
And be good enough to get certain amount of years out of this thing. So being able to just look at certain stats where it's like Bam's almost top 5 in everything in franchise history. Like that to me there like spooks me because it's like, damn, I done been around for a minute.
Yeah, it's a long way from dribble handoff.
Fact. I'm just catching lobs.
What like are you like gonna continue the countdown to Udonis the rebound record? Like is that like the number one?
Now that is one record I can't wait to break, because when I break it, you might think I won a national title the way I might throw that ball. And I hope he's at the game.
You gonna go get him? Go call somebody. Call UD. Go.
Yeah, I'm going to find him. First of all, he's got to be at the game. because I'm gonna be like, listen, it's this little stretch right here where I'm gonna break your record. I hope it's at home. You know, I'm at I hope it's at home. I hope he's sitting courtside. And when they give me the ball, I'm gonna go give it to him and be like, man, you're second now. Yeah, you're second.
I'm sure he's gonna take that well.
Yeah. But I feel like if it had to be anybody, he would choose it to be me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we see how he talks about you and your growth and how hard you've worked your way up from the beginning. So he would probably be out there like pride. Like, look at him.
You still can you still get a hold of him? What have you thought of big TV star Udonis Haslem? Like he's had this glow up this summer.
I think this is his niche. You know, obviously because he's been in so many conversations, so many media aspects. He's been in so many fights and battles where he's had to be the front man to actually communicate for everybody to understand his message. And to do that, that's not easy because everybody's not going to understand it. So for him to be on TV and to see all that hard work flourish, you know, I feel like it's his niche now to where he can continue doing this for a long time. And I hope he does it for a long time because, we need a Heat guy on national television about it. The national media don't like to.
Bam, are we gonna say something about UD being gray on Tuesday and black on Wednesday?
See, I'm not doing that because he gonna call me. He not gonna call you. I'm gonna have to have that conversation. So I'm not gonna say nothing about my man and his salt and pepper habit. I'm not doing that.
It was the one day, dude. We saw him on Tuesday. He was on TV on Wednesday. He looked like you.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen. My guy got that. Listen. That's how you understand he's been around that long.
Yes.
Before we get you out of here, Ben, we appreciate you giving us some time, man. We're very much looking forward to seeing you in action coming up for the Olympics in Paris. We saw you in Vegas recently. Have you been to this Sphere? Because this thing to me, this looks overrated to me. It's a giant IMAX theater. Have you been to this? Is it impressive? Because everybody raves about the Sphere. I wondered if you have you had the chance to go to it yet, or if not, will you?
So being on the Strip, you can literally see it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So driving past it, it's I can't describe it because it just looks like a big dome of entertainment. Kind of like you don't know. I understand why people rave about it because you don't know what's going to pop up next or if anything pops up. So it's like one day it might be like they had it where it was like a dome when it had eyes and it just like followed people. Sometimes it'd be videos of like broadcasting a fight or the finals or something like that. And, when you look at it, it's just like a giant TV screen for literally everybody on the Strip.
I don't know, man. It looks like a giant movie theater to me. I don't know if it's going to be that cool.
Like he's not impressed. You're not impressed?
Nah.
I mean, like you're not impressed, but like until like you actually see it.
We went to Vegas for a fight. I saw from the outside, but I don't know. Like I'm like, is it all it's cracked up to be? Everybody gets crazy about it.
You have to go inside. No. What I was told is you got to go inside.
I haven't been inside. I just,
if you go inside, you got to get a change.
Yeah, outside looking in, but like seeing it from the outside, I'm like, damn, you can really see that from all aspects of the Strip.
Or even flying in, just an eyeball. It's crazy.
Like to have something where you're flying in, it's just a big projection of it could be a goldfish.
Yeah.
But to have something such in HD to where it looks real in some cases is like, wow, like technology has really gotten this far where they just put a dome in the middle of Vegas Strip and it just kind of does whatever.
Man, we appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, man. Good luck in Paris, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, bring home that gold, buddy. Appreciate you.
Don't avoid me when you get back either.
I'm not avoiding you, man. Also, Tobin, like I see the little design back there. You got there. I'm one of those gonna have our faces up there. I don't really see my face. I see Wade County.
I got you. I got some Bam rep.
That ain't good enough. Ain't nobody seeing that.
You can send some merch to the studio. We get some.
That is also true.
If you want some rep, we'll put some rep up here, man. But you know what? I can get my buddy. He does some good work. I can get some Bam action up here.
Come on, man. Like, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Is that D Wade in the corner over there?
Yeah. Yep. He was good. You're good. You're good too.
You're good.
I
All
get
right,
it.
man.
All right.
Later.
See you, buddy.